expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame forevermore.
Hell has its laws. Hell. Effect and the cause. Curtain falls, but hold your applause. Squirm, for now down here come the claws.
Lives, all mortal lives, expire. Souls go to their dooms in flame forevermore.
Fools, how hard you have fought. Brave, but it's all been for naught. True souls that couldn't be bought. Doomed, detected, and caught. No more deals, it's over. The final act, you're doomed. No more grace, it's over. This house of hope. You're doomed. doomed, detected, and paused.
Chat. I understand that there's a lot of expectations, and typically, in Falgi fashion, he likes to play video game music. But I'm gonna leave you with one more song. This will be muted when the full thing goes out, but I couldn't help myself. So chat, without further ado, let's get in gear. Chatterino. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Let me get to the fucking title card screen. Let's go, everybody. Hello, everybody. Holy moly, crack-a-totally. Let me make the foogies just a little bit to the thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome one and all to a very special episode of the Op Block. I'm your host, Falgy, EXE. Hey, Zayt, thank you so much. Nib the Goodrum with the 333. Zayt, thank you for becoming a member again. Guys, happy Pride Month, yes. Nim, happy Pride Month, everyone. Wait, it's gonna say it. Maybe it'll say it.
Inzar Int became a member.
Okay,
Inzar
okay,
Int
yes.
celebrates
Yes.
5 months
We will be
of
muting,
membership. Boing.
We're gonna be muting these afterwards. Nim the Gudra, happy Pride Month, everybody. Now that it's Pride Month, I have to wonder, well, we'll see Falgy's alter ego, Falgy, emerge. Falgu, I don't even know.
Falgugu.
Falgay? Yes. First and foremost, a very special episode today, but I would be remiss to say happy Pride Month to everybody who celebrates Pride today. It is the time.
Even if you don't celebrate it.
Happy
Day not
Hey,
like
you're
us.
rich.
I don't
Day.
like blackout curtains. Thank you so much, Shelly, for the 5. I do not enjoy blackout curtains, actually. I will sleep all day, so I actually purposely
sleep
don't
all
have
day.
them.
Fagly.
I'm second shift, so I have to sleep all day.
Flea, you know. But it's really funny. I am not wearing a banana hammock for Pride Month. That's insane. That
Why
would
would we
ask
that of
literally
you?
get the channel mega destroyed.
I mean, that's the
wearing
only
one
thing
right
you're
now.
wearing.
That's insane. But yes, chat, it's going to be a very special episode of the Op Block. So it's going to be a lot of things that are going on today. There's just a lot of things that are happening. It's going to be like all over the place. I'm going to try to get through everything streamlined as soon as possible. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce everybody. We're going to get into a little bit of stuff. And then we're going to just jump right into everything. So joining me today are some of my loveliest people on the internet. You know them, you love them. It's Ash. What's going on, Ash?
I'm doing good. I'm back from my cancellation. I want to apologize
Uh-huh.
and not apologize at the same time.
So
That's all.
So you were
food is looking
transphobic.
very-
Sorry,
Okay, yep.
sorry, not sorry. Gotcha.
Everyone, hand
You're-
claps for Ash for being transphobic, everybody. Hooray, Ash!
Don't fuck you! Look, I was
Ash-
literally referencing Bulisa from Bob's Burgers, but no one watches Bob Burgers. No one
Oh,
got
No
it.
idea what's
no.
I
I'm gonna
missed the
talk
lore.
about Ash's new Fugi, who is literally serving right now.
We forgive you. Ash, it is a time for forgiveness. So on Pride Month, we forgive you. Thank you so much, Ash, for all that you do. Coming in second place, you know him, you love him. It's Q's Hood Ornament. What's going on, Q?
It's been a minute. It's good to be back.
It's
for a
been a
little bit.
minute, buddy. It's been a minute. You've been busy, though.
Yeah, I've been busy.
It's okay. It's okay. Everyone gets busy. Everyone
It's
gets
good to be busy.
And finally, bringing up my rear for Pride Month, it's Uncle Greg.
Okay, chat. If you're watching the VOD, the song Not Like Us was muted. But if you're here in chat, you heard it, which means that
Hi,
I
Diesel.
have to tell you, Falgy said every word of that song when he was muted.
No.
Every word,
Yeah,
every
no.
single
word.
word. Every single one.
word.
He
No.
unmuted to say the words he's allowed to say.
That's-
but I'm telling you
what?
right, and he said every single one of them
Falgy, you're
to
the
us.
musical artist.
He said
You're
it
the
to
musical
us.
artist.
No, I didn't. I don't do that. I don't do that. You fucking. It was true. I was there. No. 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 We didn't do that. No. But chat, it's
Blood River another time.
It is a very special episode of the Op Block. Yes, you see the title of the stream. We are doing a Scarlet Reaper redux stream. The big reason being is when we revealed that we had evidence that Scarlet Reaper was in direct contact with Cameron F305 and our former cohort, whatever you want to call them, Nani. It was very interesting, but we kind of had to run through it for a period of time. And I wanted to do a really, I pulled the Discord. I wanted to do a redux stream. An important thing that's going to happen after this stream, I am going to publish a folder with the show doc that I'm reading from. It is a show doc. It's not like a Google Doc. I tried to do the best way I possibly could, but it is a show doc, and I made the last minute decision to put it as a folder. So I'm going to be putting it off. I'm going to be putting it on Twitter. So afterwards, linked to the probably the We're live stream thing, I will do it. Yes, it's show docky. It's Google Docky, everybody. But yes, I do want to make sure, because if anyone, listen, I get it. I'm 100% performative. I've seen that complaint and I don't really care. But yes, I am 100% performative. So the biggest thing I can say is, here, I give you the evidence. You don't have to watch me. You can do what you want to do. If you want to react to it, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to document, and you're a streamer and you want to document, by all means, you can do it. Flies on the top of flies, yes. Thank you, Keemstar 2017.
Files.
Flies?
Oh, I read
Files?
flies.
Flies?
It's been a long
Minor spelling error.
Listen, chat, Fauci won't admit he kisses men. I kiss men.
Did you give Diesel a good kiss?
I'm a good
You're
kisser.
gonna have to dig deeper. You're gonna have to dig deeper.
You're gonna have to do better than
kissed
that.
men like 3 times this week.
I have. I had to
I
regain
haven't
my power.
kissed men recently.
I
but
had to
have kissed
regain
men.
the power for my F slur.
You're charging up your ult.
I'm charging up.
He's on the cooldown. He's on the cooldown, everyone.
I was on the cooldown. That's why Diesel and I hung out. I kissed Diesel and my F slur was recharged. If you don't know, Diesel and I went out with his brother Johnny. Like, it was really fun. Like small small announcements. Like, we went out to a bar. It was really, really fun. Diesel said that they were filming a Netflix show the entire time. It's like a pilot. And the entire time we're like, this shit's not real. Where's Nathan Fielder? Like, where is the twist going to happen? I want to see the twist.
See, the joke's on you. Nathan Fielder's partnered up with Paramount and or Peacock and HBO right now, so he wouldn't have shown up. Paramount. Yeah,
Well, the joke was like, we were like, oh, it's like a fake Netflix show.
Okay.
So like because it said Netflix, but there was no branding for it. It just said the word Netflix.
There
and
were
then the
cameras,
show.
right?
The cameras were like stuff that Diesel would use in his home studio. Like, it wasn't even that good of cameras. It was like very like, what did he call it? He called it some fucking weirdo gay film school term that I don't know what it is, because I asked if it was guerrilla filming, and it's not. But you know, it was a fun and good time. He'll probably say the name of it in the chat, but it was a good time. And I have recharged that I'm ready to go. I'm sure that's going to be used by the people who don't like me. They weren't handy cams, but they were very interesting. But without further ado, chat, a lot has happened in the time that I have not been on Twitter and that I have not been streaming. So we're going to get into some of the information that has recently happened. Yes, Cinema Verite. Thank you.
I was going to say, what do you mean, Cloudy? Of course Diesel's gay.
Yes.
I am literally gay.
Oh, God. Yes. But we're going to cover some of the things that happened on Twitter in the last 24 hours. The reason why I think that's really important is that leads into what we're going to do. For those who want to know, this is going to be the most truncated version of Scarlet Reaper coverage that I can do. The Pile Resistance is if you want to go look at the British Runners video on Scarlet Reaper, I'm going to include that in the description of the doc. We're going to be sourcing that a little bit here and there, but I do want to just say that, like, if you want a real in-depth coverage, it's an almost 2-hour video that I think does really well. Obviously, I'm a little biased because we helped make it and it's how we became friends, but I still think that it's pretty, like, it's a good video understanding, like, a weird microcosm of another drama that, like, captivated the end of the year. I also didn't know that a lot of people call that drama like Diorio's big 2024 L. I didn't. He was like because Diorio was a Mr. T Lexify fan, because of COD stuff, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you believed him more than her," and I'm like, "Yeah, like it is kind of an L, but like she was also crazy." So like.
And posted her own underage
She posted
stuff
her own
too
CP.
in that
yeah,
video.
she posted
That's crazy.
CSAM, and I fucking saw it, and I fucking reported the video immediately. I remember that. I stopped and reported the video immediately. That shit, like, blew my mind. I wanted to jump off a bridge.
Oh, side note, British has a video coming out tomorrow. Make sure you show your support.
Yes, British has a video coming up tomorrow. We will be linked. Well, we'll shout out towards the end. But without further ado, let's get into the stuff.
That's not the bit. We're gonna have to rename it.
All right, chat. Let's go over the Twitter stuff because I find it very interesting. So, I won't discuss the shoutouts to Slug. I won't discuss the shitter Twitter necessarily that Scarlet and friends made called The Drink, that was arguing what doxing and evidence was with Slug, because they deleted the account. And it wasn't even a TOS violation. That account is deleted, so there's no reason for me to source it, because it doesn't exist anymore. But let's talk about Gert. So...
Heard?
I'm sorry.
The stomach issue, right?
That's
I just
Gerd.
watched all the Shreks, and it sounds like an ogre name.
I thought you said girth.
No.
I thought you
it's
said GERD, like the stomach issue.
No. So, Gert was previously known as Throwaway 180-642. Yes, thank you, Slug. I know. We will be reading your donations after stream. We will also make sure we're gonna bank your treats so Leia gets a bunch of them towards the middle or end of the stream. The reason we're doing that is just because I want to make this flow a little bit better. So I've paused alerts and I will read all of them at the end of stream. So, Gert goes on to say, Hassan Orbiter and Reddit mod look-alike and content creator Falgi of the Op Block. Now, first off, I feel like I look like a fucking, like, a dad. Like, I feel like I look like I'm, like watching my kids, like, Little League football game. I wouldn't say that I am a Reddit mod, but I guess that's a thing. Hassan,
You're way too thin to be a Reddit mod.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like
the Italian dad coded thing.
There are
You
more
also have more hair than most Reddit mods.
That's true.
there are more appropriate insults to throw your way than Hassan Orbiter and quote unquote content creator.
I mean, you could just call you a slur and
Yeah.
just be
They
done
could
with
have called
it.
you Italian, and that would
They
have been.
could have
slur
called
enough.
me Italian. But, so let's see. Falgi of the Op Block is. This is how I could tell it's Scarlet, by the way. Scarlet is really bad at grammar. He's historically been bad at grammar, but we'll get there. Is making a harassment campaign disguised as the stream on Sunday, that's today, against racing content creator Vtuber Lunarine, claiming they are disgraced former commentary creator Scarlet, spelled incorrectly, Reaper.
How much do you think that hurt him to write for disgraced?
Oh,
former
yes,
commentary
seriously.
Also, this is all wrong. Like, get the red pen out. Scarlet was never a commentary creator.
No, yeah.
Was never really a creator.
He
It
was a
disgraced,
Birdman
that's
wannabe.
correct.
He was a
He was a
Birdman
Birdman
wannabe.
wannabe.
Was
Yeah,
never
we'll get there.
graced. How can you
He
be
called himself
disgraced if you're
Birdman
never
Jr..
graced?
We will get
Yeah,
there.
cringe.
We will get there. So I do want to highlight a couple different things. So obviously, here's the picture of this. This was my tweet. I love this tweet. And then he goes into my follows. Let's have a conversation about my follows real quick, because I guess follows are endorsements now. So I've said this multiple times on live streams. This is one of the L's of when you know somebody doesn't watch. I have often described myself as a lapsed Hassan fan.
Same.
I've also highlighted the fact that I have major criticisms towards Hassan and Ethan. Straight up, I think Chud's little rant on his stream is probably the best approximation how I feel about the matter, which is just really, really funny. It's just like, I'm tired of the Ethan Hassan Destiny thing. I think everybody is now kind of a malicious party that's profiting off of a conflict, whether or not they want to admit it or not, and profiting off of the drama that it comes out of. It's very obnoxious. It's very annoying. But it's very, very weird. And I'm still friendly with some of the people that are in that community. I have never sat there and said, you know what? I don't agree with everything this content creator says. I didn't to begin with. But that means I'm going to hate you for agreeing with him. I don't really do that. It's like weird. I think it'd be personally weird on my part if I did that. But it's not like Ethan is faultless in this. Parting with the ADL, if you know anything about the ADL historically, is interesting to say the least. Again, they have their own history. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not the most politically inclined. You can go look at other streamers that do that. But again, I'm not going to be weird about it. This is okay. I don't really care. So
Now,
then Gert goes on to say, FPS Diesel and Falge claim Lunarine VT is a Vtuber, is a Scarlet Reaper due to a 1-second clip on the soundboard before they put on their headset. They also admitted to stalking Lunarine for months and keeping tabs on them for the last few months. Now, it's important to highlight, and I think it's going to be really interesting. Scarlet Reaper came back about a couple months ago in the wrestling community when he was defending a random wrestling account from messaging minors, again saying that the minors were preying on this adult this adult Twitter user. Again, very weird, very bizarre. So let's let this clip play and we'll discuss it for a second.
Lunarine is mentioned as the alternative contact to Nani. Okay?
Which is true.
And Lunarine is Scarlet Reaper, who we've been keeping tabs on for the last few months.
Which is
Lunarine is a VTuber, but this is how we know it's Scarlet.
Sweet.
Now, I'll give Gert this. This clip is too short. I'll give it to them. But chat, what if I told you I have a longer clip? What if I told you, Scarlet, if you're watching, I have a longer clip you don't even know exists? We'll get there, chat. We'll get there. But yes, very interestingly, I have a longer clip that Scarlet doesn't know exists because we didn't pull it out. And the soundboard claim is really interesting because I find that insane that they would use Scarlet Reaper, a guy who had around 300 subs, as a voice clip. Why would you have Scarlet Reaper, a guy who completely DF'd from the platform, and we'll get to his apparent suicide later. But why?
Not the slip and slide.
Why would you source him as a clip? Very fishy. So let's go on to this part. Let's see. His Twitter. My bad.
His Twitter. Okay.
So this right here was Lunarine's card, which they have now deleted, and we'll get there and all that nonsense. We'll get there. Yeah, I'm stupid. If Diesel clicks on the Twitter, this is a locked account. Interestingly enough, some of us on this team are... So let's talk about that. We have never crossed sections with Lunarine once. We are a small channel. At the time that this account would have blocked me, the Dansburst stream had just happened. We were not even 500 subs. There was no reason for a random ass VTuber account to do that. Now I can't magically source that. That is my own claim. You could believe it if not. That is my own personal claim. That from what I remember,
Social Blade, right?
I could if I wanted to. But I would have to also scroll when I can find it. And as Inut says, and he told me personally, weirdly enough, Lunarine also blocks members of the Birdman community. And for those who don't know, Scarlet Reaper, when he was a COD commentary channel, marketed himself off of the idea of a content creator, a very, very popular content creator known as Birdman. And it'd be very weird why this, I don't know this motherfucking person, this know-nothing person VTuber, it's interesting. I'm gonna block all of these people. All of them.
That's not
Coincidence, maybe.
suspicious at all.
Coincidence, maybe. And then, of all things, they get an interview with with Lunarine. So here, for the first time ever, is the interview with Lunarine discussing multiple topics.
Bye, Leia.
Two people that I know of. One of my friends named Connor. The other one's unknown. Let's just leave it at that.
Unknown. First off, what do you mean unknown? You mean unknown. And second, I don't think Connor exists. But we'll get to why I don't think Connor exists later.
Both of them messaged Cameron. The account was made on the 10th, but the messages were first sent on the 16th.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yes, Lunarine uses a voice changer because as they are self-described non-binary, I don't particularly care.
It's also common in the VTuber,
Yeah.
in the super small niche
Yeah.
indie VTuber scene.
As you guys know, Mama Oko also uses a voice changer. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. It's super interesting. And then you have what was Zentrea? Is that how you say her name?
Oh, well,
Yes.
Zentrea's is very different.
It's like
they
a
use
basically...
text to
text-to-speech.
speech. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and they eventually
Or
didn't they
before
s-
that, I think they swapped over.
Okay,
to
so
a
it was
voice-
text to speech,
yeah.
and then they have it to where it's basically speech to a completely different voice program. I
speech
believe.
speech to voice program. Okay.
I'm never escaping the mosquito voices.
But
Yeah, doodle
it's-
tones.
the only reason I say it is because it's very common in the VTuber community or in other communities that can make it happen. I know doodle tones. So I'm not sourcing that as a issue. I just find it very interesting that this is how we're going about it.
Keep in mind, I had nothing to do with this.
Okay, sure.
The only reason that I know is because the messages were sent to me. I
From
am
who?
not particularly
Prove it.
And
Weird.
From who?
Yeah.
From who? From who?
You
Also-
almost hear it's Kane. This is Kane.
No, you can hear it.
Can hear.
Yeah, you can hear
can
the
hear it.
Kane from the interview,
Yeah.
with Diesel.
Slug, I do know that voice changers can be reversed. Here's what I will say. In the effort to not have anyone say that we manipulated or used AI audio, we will not be producing and or publicating any attempts to voice change it. I want to make that very clear. I don't want to do that. We made that decision internally. that even if it was possible, and it is possible, I don't want to do that and things like that. It's very, very weird. I don't like that. I mean, let me rephrase that. It's weird that people would make those claims, but I want to be the one that says, listen, we understand those claims can be made, and we made efforts to, as a team, it was my editorial decision to not use those moving forward or anything like that.
Fond of drama crap, let alone someone being accused of being raped or raping someone. Because at the end of the day, I would have to say, file a police report.
Yes, you should.
Unfortunately, people think that I was doing something with this shit. They were trying to attack me and antagonizing me by involving me in a drama that I do not want to be a part of.
Okay.
Only
Very
two
fair.
people were a part of that fucking drama.
Mhm.
They were sending me messages. I quietly ignored them.
It is a voice changer.
And yet, for whatever reason, I have to be involved in it.
But I love how it's an... okay, so here's the hot take, right? If Lunarine wasn't Scarlet, let's just say that for a second. The unnamed person has to be Scarlet who is still alive. Because you can't unname Scarlet without them still being alive. But we'll get to who Scarlet Reaper is. I do want to address this because this comes up first. It comes up again later in the document, but I do kind of want to address it now.
And people are claiming I'm my friend. I'm not even him. I live all the way in Florida.
That's not...
Why
I
would
think
you
it got us.
I think
Why
so.
would you say that specific state? Why would you say where you live state-wise?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they did move. It'd be very interesting.
I mean, there's no reason to say, like, if you are not Scarlet, there's no reason to say where you live. Because no one knows where Scarlet lives,
also,
right?
I want to make something very, very clear. We never mentioned you live somewhere else. Very interesting. Very
Never talked about where you lived.
Very, very interesting that we never talked about where Scarlet Reaper lived.
Oh, congrats, Yen.
Yen, congratulations. Very interesting. But we'll continue.
I'm in the United States. He's in some sort of island.
Some...
Okay, so that confirms
What do you mean,
that Scarlet is
some
alive.
sort of island?
So Scarlet is alive. By Lunarine's own words, the only way that Scarlet is still alive. He lives, chat! He lives!
Oh no, he's gonna be creeping on Iron Mouse if he's in Puerto Rico, Slug.
Does he not know that Puerto Rico is part of the U.S.?
He does. They do. They do. But like, you can't say he lives there when you're talking about an unnamed person. Scarlet's trapped in Little St. James.
Yeah, like some sort of island, like what? Like an archipelago? Like...
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's continue. We got a lot to cover.
That cannot make us be the same person. He has expressed multiple times to me that he wants to go to Florida. But that doesn't mean shit.
What? So Scarlet lives. So Scarlet lives! What is happening? Okay, so in a 45-second clip, let's see. Okay. All I want to do is play race. Oh, this is just a quote. So let's listen to
All I
this
wanted to do was play racing games and stream myself doing it on YouTube.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
But the fact that these people are trying their best to cause an argument of almost a 1-year-old drama, it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I haven't done anything to these individuals. I haven't even done anything to them whatsoever. And I'm paying the price for essentially affiliation.
Okay.
So you're affiliated with Scarlet.
That's
then.
all
You're
I'm
admitting
pretty
that.
much facing.
Who's very much alive.
All I ever wanted to do was just play racing games. I've been minding my own business for quite a long time. All I ever wanted to do was play racing.
Wait. I've been minding my own business for quite a long time, implying that
Implying
you
what?
weren't minding your own business for a while. Like what?
So what happens
Like, why?
before?
Yeah.
What do you mean you've been minding your own business for quite a long time? Weird. Does that mean that at one point you weren't minding your business? Huh. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Let's continue.
Individuals
So this is Lunarine also says that the two YouTubers were stalking them, but they said it in a way without violating a law of cyberbullying.
A law?
What?
The law.
A law. The law.
Scarlet, hi. If you want to sue me, go right ahead. My lawyer will be waiting. I would love... at this point, hey, Gamer, what's up? You want to sue me, my lawyer will be waiting.
have claimed that they've been stalking me, or well, claim that they've been stalking my friend, who they claim it's me, for quite a long.
You could have done 2 takes.
That was
I
a
would
slip.
respect
That
you
was
more if you did
slipped a
2
little bit.
takes.
You slipped a little bit, buddy.
Keep slipping. He's still alive. He's still alive, chat. Scarlet is still alive.
Long time. And don't get me wrong, I feel like this is completely stupid. Because they just self-admitted themselves of stalking me without saying they've been stalking me, to pretty much bypass the laws of cyberbullying and harassment. That's what they've been doing. They have self-admitted they've been stalking me.
Okay.
And harassing me.
How are we harassing you?
Without saying it bluntly. Individual.
I mean, you said you were following them because they blocked you. Because it's kind of weird for you to block like a sub 500 YouTube channel.
So what laws have I broken? I would like to know. Now that was something the shitter, the drink account that had to delete itself, kept mentioning that I broke some laws, and they had like this most amazing clip known to man that would ruin all of our careers. I'm waiting for it still. I'm sure Gert will like tweet while I'm live, but it is what it is.
I almost
go on.
I almost want. I wish I had it on a soundbar. Be like the Oblivion Guard. The stop! You have violated the law.
Yes.
Really?
Again,
but it's so many such cases of people who literally know nothing about law telling you are breaking laws.
Yeah. Again, if you could cite what law I'm breaking and bring it to court, by all means.
Connor pretty much sent us the messages.
So this is about Lunarine being mentioned in the email before it was sent, and talked about being an alternative contact.
And we were told not to share it. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't share the messages. We kept them as a secret. Because one day people will know about this shit. Did I leak it? No. Did anyone else leak it? No. Because even some of my friends that were involved with this drama last year, they also knew about the messages. Did any of them leak them? No.
Okay.
The only ones that leaked them was the unknown person who sent them.
Mama Akko, thank you for the 5. We do not accept this VTuber as the VTube drama reporter I will be watching. Thank you, Mama Oko, for the 5.
I think you may need to give some context to this, because I assume, like, out of context, it doesn't really make much sense.
We will
this
go
Connor
into
person.
this. So Connor,
There's some lore here.
There's lore, but Connor is the presumed second party in this, and there's allegedly now a third party, one that we don't know about. That is very clearly Scarlet. If Lunarine is saying Scarlet is alive, that has involved themselves in drama. Yes, I will be reading donos at the end of stream. I just muted it for like the sake of the stream right now. But it's really interesting how somehow this random third person now that nobody has ever met is involved in this drama.
To the team over at the throwaway account.
Okay.
The team of the throwaway account.
Yes, the
Now
team.
there's a team at
And-
the throwaway account.
Which is
And I could say there is a team at the throwaway account, and we'll get there. In my opinion, there is a team at the throwaway account, and there's some evidence to source that at least there are people working together with the throwaway account.
to you guys. So obviously Connor was pissed. But the one thing that made me pissed even more is the fact that even though I did send an email to Nani,
Why?
Not even mentioned.
Lunarine, you're not involved in this drama. You had no idea what was going on. Why would you send an email? Why would you send an email to a
Somebody who's-
person you don't know of a drama you allegedly, you've never been a drama creator. You don't understand drama. Weird how you like are tied in drama but you were just a racing creator. You've always been a racing creator. Never, ever have you existed as Scarlet Reaper. My client is gay.
I was listed as one of the people that was an alternative contact.
Mm-hmm.
I did not tell Connor to put me on that shit.
Okay.
I did not tell Connor to put him. I didn't tell him to put my name. I didn't tell him to put whatever.
Mm-hmm. Also, at the time of recording, we do not have an email sourced from Nani to Lunarine. To note, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna shit on Nani in this stream. For reasons that will become apparent later. But she did give documentation under duress because I told her she needed to do it. And Connor reached out to Nani first. That is the lore that we've been told.
I had to contact Nani about it, despite me actually being pissed. I did not go through with this,
Mm-hmm.
and I still had to email her anyway.
Okay.
Team YouTube needs.
And here we go with the greatest thing of all time. The now, Scarlet is known
Adding
for
Team
doing
YouTube.
this.
This is very Scarlet. Scarlet
will
is famous
at
for
Team
this.
YouTube.
Yep.
Scarlet does this thing where he's like, does the manosphere thing and be like, oh, look at these leftist Nazis, all this nonsense. And then he says, hey, Team YouTube, do you want to get these guys off the platform? They're bullying me. The most
I can
SJW
1v5
shit.
everybody here, but Team YouTube, you should do something about this.
Very much so.
needs to address this. Because not only these creators, which have almost around 1,000 subscribers, or even hundreds of thousands of subscribers, all they're doing is that they're harming me.
Is that a
A creator that happens to have
Also, I want to point out, Diesel, they inflated your
Is that a
number. They
Diesel
gave,
mention?
they gave you 20 plus. They gave you 20K plus subscribers. They gave you more subs, dude.
over 130 subscribers who's pretty much minding their own fucking business.
You weren't, but it's okay.
And yet the fact of the matter is that YouTube is not doing anything.
Then go to Kick.
And if my words cannot be heard, then I'm fucked.
We
These
can hear
people
you.
are making a live stream about my friend and me on Sunday.
Sunday.
And this is a blatant harassment campaign. Because there's no
I'm
fucking
being
way
silenced.
that these people are allowed to do this shit. Team YouTube needs to address.
There's no way you're allowed to make a stream about me.
Chat.
You can't talk about me.
Chat, if you like these streams, consider tipping and becoming a member today. It's
I
June
wanna
1st,
say-
it's Pride Month.
I want to say, we now have more subs than Scarlet Reaper ever will.
We, ever, because he's killed 2 channels now.
He's killed more channels than we will ever make.
Let
Oh.
me continue. Let's go
Lovely.
on to Lunarine comments about being essayed on VR chat, the event Scarlet mentioned. Now, chat, what if I told, for those who don't know,
I
and
didn't
we'll-
hear this. Wait.
we'll listen to the clip. Scarlet Reaper claims to be raped in VR chat by a minor because he couldn't take the headset off fast enough. That is his claim, that a child Because he was like 18, 19. Allegedly, this person was like 13. Yes, Quanta, we will bank the treats and feed the doggo later. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We will hit another goal. Again, I recommend British Runner's video on it. I'm going to read all of these, chat, at the end of stream, okay? But yes, he exclaims that he was assaulted in VR chat. Was he reverse groomed? Maybe.
Also, there are some claims that he said something about being raped on VR chat. Do I think that's impossible? Yes. However, in my defense, I had screenshots of him when I had my old account. Back then, I used to be known as Lorelei. Anyway.
Fun fact, Lorelei is an account name that he used to use because Scarlet likes to play, what is it, Blood and Sword, if I remember correctly? Blade
I thought you were going to say RP with himself. Twitter RP.
He would RP with himself. We will get there. But he did do other stuff. He also used to practice. I can't find these clips. These clips are probably lost to time or we have them somewhere else. He used to practice a British accent. It's really, really fucking funny.
Oh, fuck. I remember those.
He practiced.
I think he has a couple of them in Bruce's video, if I remember correctly.
Yes, the first video is him practicing a British accent. Bladed sorcery, thank you. Hey, Nav. Yes, he's always been back.
He sent me all the messages from this girl that he used to date, which was the same girl that he pretty much told everyone about. And this girl was willing to sexually exploit him during a time where he was...
Does that mean Scarlet sent you CP?
In this story?
Wait. Are you incriminating yourself? What the Because the story goes is that, like, the girl would get, like, more and more explicit. Now, if I remember correctly, Scarlet never says that pictures were exchanged. I want to make that very clear. I make the joke. The minor, like, I do want to make the joke that, like, or the truth. Let me not be so hyperbolic. From what Scarlet claims, she never sent anything. But you're watching him flirt with a minor? Is that... Are you insane? Is that what you're saying? But continue.
Grieving.
While
it doesn't matter if it was from VR.
It was a cat, and I think his grandma died, from what I remember.
Chat or whatever. This girl wanted him to send dick pics. And he felt uncomfortable with it. He didn't fucking do it.
Which is fair. That's
and then when he found out that the girl was going to do some shit to him, he ran away, blocked her, went to her best friend, which she has denounced everything. I have also talked to that best friend.
Why would you, the VTuber, who said you weren't involved in the drama, literally posts above, now saying, I'm really involved in this drama.
I'm an involved party.
I've talked to every party.
You know a lot about this, don't you? Like, you have a lot of details right now.
Party. Oh, I love this. I love this. If you like the
just
stream,
one more account, Scarlet.
Just one more account, Scarlet.
And she pretty much feels guilty over what happened to my friend.
Proof?
So, when Scarlet defended themselves, please tell me these tweets are archived. Of course they are. Even the videos are archived. Not only that, the videos are in the Google folder that I will be publishing later, including the doc that I have. But, to be fair, to Scarlet's credit, he did produce a weird text conversation between him and the alleged best friend of this person. And what was essentially said was, hey, I remember you. You remember me, right? And it was like, yeah, don't you remember your friend was weird? And she was like, yeah, we don't talk anymore. So I will give Scarlet that, though we can never source who that friend is because Scarlet didn't want to, release their information, which is perfectly fine. That is it.
All these drama tubers are doing is a humiliation ritual for themselves.
Okay.
Because not only the VTubing community will probably come in defense of me, but there are several people as well.
VTubers in the chat.
VTubers in chat.
VTubers
Whose
in
side
chat.
are you
Will
on?
you defend
Vote now.
Scarlet
Pick a
Reaper?
side,
No.
Pick a side, VTubers.
Make a poll. VTubers only poll. Whose side?
Oh, as a VTuber, I will not. Oh, Picker, it's so nice to have you. I know Mama Oko said that he was distancing himself, so that's hilarious. Defend your kind is wild. Peep the Discord. What's the peep Discord? I do know of this. I'm gonna put this somewhere.
No.
I'm gonna put this somewhere for everybody on the team to laugh.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. This is for you.
Holding,
This is
holding.
for Diesel as well.
Oh.
Very funny.
Who are not very happy with these people. Keep in mind, these are all problems that are happening because of one guy
Thank you, I know.
who pretty much has allegations on himself.
What
Because he was involved with the
allegations?
Yandev crap, which I don't even know what the hell happened.
Okay.
Nor do I care. I don't like Yandev. I don't like Yandere Simulator.
Okay.
Period. And the fact that I am pretty much involved with this crap, as they claim,
Because you emailed.
because
them.
I never talked to anybody whatsoever,
Whoa,
it just kind of shows.
I thought you emailed the Nani. I thought your friend showed you her email. Interesting, chat. Not involved at all. Very weird. Very interesting. I'm glad we got clarification on that. It would be really weird if that contradicts earlier fucking things. Oh, also, by the way, this is like free stock VTuber assets, which is completely
Again,
fine.
It's a super common, super niche indie VTuber scene. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my original character was made with like Vroid, and then I just was
Yeah.
able to commission people to do a better version of it.
Yeah, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Really, that these people want to create a nothing burger and a 5-hour live stream of slop.
Okay.
Because that's what they all devolved into. Give them enough
Not the
attention
slop comment.
to where they'll actually create a 5-hour live stream all about
Say it again.
yourself.
Uh-huh.
Which
What else?
in itself is a harassment campaign.
Again, I am the slop father. This is a harassment stream. You know
Phalgy
what it is.
Slopcano.
What was that name? Crassment campaign?
Yeah, harassment campaign. So, Lunarine will go on to say about blocking our accounts for absolutely no reason at all.
The reason why I block these creators is number one, I don't want to see their slop. I don't want to see them on my feed.
Wow.
Number two, I also don't want them to interact with me in any capacity. Three, I'm still pretty pissed off after what happened.
About what?
What happened?
And number four,
What happened?
Yeah.
I thought you
What happened?
I thought
About
you knew
Scarlet?
nothing about Scarlet Reaper until a little bit ago where he became your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But then you weren't involved.
Chat.
But
I
then
thought
you
you
reached
were
out to Nani.
involved.
But you're not paying
Lamb.
attention.
I'm having dark id flashbacks.
Oh, I thought you weren't involved. Weird. Very weird, chat. Does this mean Scarlet reposted this clip specifically on Gert? Yes. I call cap. I'm drama slop, and I wasn't blocked.
But see, you're
You're a VTuber.
more VTuber than we are.
Yes, Crimson Weeper indeed, Nav.
why shouldn't I? Are you saying that I cannot block people all of a sudden?
No.
Yes,
block
that's what we're
Like,
saying.
if I don't like someone, or if, like, I don't want to see someone's feed, am I
Okay.
not allowed to block them?
Okay.
Am I supposed to just let them? Or, like, I should see their fucking shit? That's not how it works. The reason
So, blocking us unattended to, all that nonsense. So it's a whole thread. It's there.
Amazing. It's beautiful.
I love the little @Asmongold Papa
Oh.
Gut and yeet at the end
that's
of it.
beautiful.
It's my favorite thing in the
Oh.
world. We're gonna go to my profile in a little bit because there's an interesting tidbit that you guys might not know. So if we go down my profile, also shout outs to the Shamu. He's
Shamu.
definitely I don't think is in the chat. But Shamu
No.
put out a fucking baller video on
I can't wait
Tectone
to watch it.
that
can't wait to watch it.
we
Yeah.
do plan on covering because I think it's really
Oh,
good.
really?
Oh, it's
Okay,
really
I
good.
won't watch it then. Okay.
All right.
So, very interestingly, Lunarine publishes on their card.
This today, right?
This was yesterday.
Yesterday.
This was yesterday before they deleted this. I'm being targeted and harassed by bad actors who attacked someone I knew. The fact
Now
that
you
YouTube
knew Scarlet.
and X the fact that YouTube and X have done nothing about it, despite countless reports, shows that these platforms are biased for their bigger creators than the smaller ones that are not involved with this stuff.
Tremendous.
We're bigger creators.
Yes, we are.
Damn, son.
We have escaped glub shitterdom. That by Tectone's law, we have escaped glub shitterdom. Now, I want to be very clear on something because I find it incredibly, incredibly interesting. I cannot believe that this is what's happening. So this is a thing that Scarlet will do. Scarlet will report accounts. And chat, what if I told you that it's not just our account that's being reported, but allegedly accounts that are being reported are those who would maybe cover Cameron in the future. Now, this is an allegation based on some evidence that I have that I will be discussing, but we'll get there. I'm not involved with drama in any capacity, shape, or form. These people are trying to defame an already depressed VTuber for a quick buck to promote their slop content full of lies, defamation, and breaking tons of community guidelines, none that you could source.
Can I'm sorry. The first line that says, "I'm not involved in drama in any capacity, shape, or form." You can get rid of shape or form.
Yep.
Capacity works fine. I don't. That fucking bothers
Capacity
me.
is also shape and
Yep.
form.
Yeah.
The bad actors recently made a tweet for a stream this Sunday about me and my friend. I do not condone this behavior, and we have reported the individuals for harassment. Okay. So they're trying to silence us by constantly reporting us. The above broken guidelines that we have not ever, done. I don't condone harassment. I say it right there. I've never encouraged any harassment, brigading, or bullying, but free publicity is nice. Never condoned it. Interesting how Lunarine has never been discussed until we saw that email. But we'll get there. And then, my favorite Gert tweet that has ever happened. After many days of harassment, the racing content creator, Lunarine, who we interviewed yesterday, decided to graduate as of June 1st, 2025, right on Pride Month.
Please clap.
It's a pride miracle.
There are no plans of a comeback or a rebrand. They have mentioned the name farming on X, which is against TOS.
What is name farming?
It's not that,
Is that
because name farming
like-
would be holding on to a name and keeping it
Is
around.
it like clout farming? Like I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I've looked up name farming.
Is
It
it
doesn't really make any sense.
Farming simulator farming?
No, the idea is that they hold on to a title.
Okay.
They hold on to an
Like
account
like a
name.
username? Like
Yeah,
somebody
but
has
it's very
Scarlet
weird.
Reaper and they don't want to give it back.
Yeah, it's very, very bizarre. But let's go to something very interesting that I love here. So, this is the graduation tweet, or the graduation message on their YouTube. I would like to thank all of my friends for the support they have given me through my entire career. They started streaming in August. So, their career was months. without them,
Not even a year.
without them, I wouldn't have been making I wouldn't have been having as much fun as I previously had making videos on racing games, which is something Scarlet loved to do. But we'll get there.
Yep.
That I
Speaking of
enjoyed
a
making for a long time. Due to people harassing me and my lawyers telling me about my dead friend. So now the friend is dead! The friend is,
Is
dead
he
again!
dead or alive?
Scarlet is dead again!
It's Schrodinger Scarlet. It's Schrodinger Scarlet.
Scarlet Reaper is dead again! No!
Let's be real. Lunarine, you do not have enough to afford any lawyer at
Of
any
course.
capacity.
Again, I don't want Scarlet to die. I want that to be very clear. I do not condone harassment to tell Scarlet to go off themselves. I don't actually want that. I just want Scarlet to just be Scarlet. Just live again. I understand that some of you, okay, I have decided to graduate in order to avoid problems with individuals. I understand that some of you may be disappointed with these actions, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. All I know is that all socials, X and YouTube, will be deleted as of this time, and some individuals will name farm the Lunarine name to defame me. Okay? Nobody.
Hold on.
So nobody is going to take over the Lunarine account name.
Nobody wants that. Are you saying?
Oh, wait.
Are they saying? Hold on. They're
Yes.
saying that the account will be active and
Yes.
somebody will shit
Yes.
talk in their name, but it won't be
Yes.
them.
Yes.
They are pre-saying so.
Yes, they're
Here's
saying they're accusing us of piloting the account to
That they have control over.
Yes, to make defamatory statements.
I can't entirely let this go. So we don't know if Scarlet is either alive or dead. And in my mind, would that like make him like the Doom Eternal joke? He's mortally challenged.
I guess so.
I-
I guess so.
I also want to point out that VTuber graduations aren't unheard of. What is
Yes.
unheard of is super niche indie VTubers announcing graduations.
Yeah.
Most of the time, VTubers that are sub 50 subs, sub 100 subs will just disappear, and you will never hear from them again.
Yeah.
This is abnormal.
Incredibly. Reverse Predator, Scarlet's die twice is insane.
That's amazing.
So
That's fantastic.
that's fantastic, Bajunga. So all I
James
know
Bond
is that
film.
the social blah 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 blah. Goodbye, everyone. I will see you all soon. With love, Lunarine, yada yada boo blah blah. Now, here's something really interesting that I don't think Gert paid attention to. They got this post in 0 seconds. Which means they got this post the literal moment it went up on the YouTube post page, and the YouTube channel no longer exists anymore. So how did you get it the moment it was posted, and then immediately it disappears? You had 30 seconds to get this, or less. Not even a fucking second has passed.
Not even a second.
From beyond the grave.
Most graduation announcements are 2 weeks to a month out.
Yes,
You
yes.
gave people I don't know how long you gave them.
Like less than like an hour.
Amazing.
Again, like this is with Lunarine. And then like here's another post that they say, Lunarine has also said about people harassing them, I'm not dying, I want to be left alone. I hope karma goes after you. You deserve to be taken down by YouTube for spreading false information.
That's not how karma works. Karma does not go after people.
Mm-hmm. So, what's a graduation? A graduation is just a VTuber retiring from that persona sometimes, or retiring from the internet altogether as that persona, like from streaming. But again, at this time, if I click on Gert, I wonder if there's any new tweets. No! I love the Pride tweets from Gert. Love you, Gert. Happy Pride. Gert, you did it, buddy. So proud of you. Saying that, oh yeah, this is the rhetoric, the Renard stuff. But chat, I think it's time. I think it's time to take you guys on a journey.
Oh boy.
Take
Chat.
my hand, Falgi. Lead me on this journey.
I would like to tell you a story. I would like to tell you a story about Lunarine VT, aka Scarlet Reaper, or as I like to call them, Cameron F305's secret associate. Scarlet Reaper was a YouTube orbiter of Mr. T Lexify, aka Lex. He published allegations against Noah J456, saying he threatened his wife on August 26, 2024, on his now deleted Twitter, which Lex would repost. So let's talk about this real quick.
I do want to say that is the high mark of your career, Scar. It's getting retweeted by Mr. T
Yes.
Lexify. You should have kept all of these accounts. Like, that is the
You
only
peaked.
account you should have kept.
You peaked, buddy. That's it.
So let's talk about it real quick. Mr. T Lexify is a COD creator. He was a COD Zombies creator, newfound Jesus, God, I love everything, blah, 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 blah. And he's connected to Cameron. We'll get there, Grizzly Bear. I promise you. So Lex dates a person. Small correction, small VTubers do grads, but nobody sees them more often. Okay. Thank you very much, Mama Akko. So I want to make something very kind of like truncated. Mr. T Lexify and this girl named Pure Softy, they date. At one time, the separation is like 17. I think there's like a 3-year difference. So it's 17, 14. And then he continues to grow older, and she's still a minor. And one of the other things is that he didn't meet her at school. I'm not going to argue the age gap Discord stuff. It's just the other stuff around it. She was a fan, didn't meet her in a school, snuck her into his house multiple times, created multiple fake IDs for her. She was also cuckoo crazy and may potentially also be a pedophile as well, because she also exclaims that she then would have sex with like an underage individual. I'm not claiming that she is what. It's just like, it's cuckoo kachoo. They both throw pedophile allegations at each other, and then they also claim that they're also pedophiles. This all culminates in the strangest thing known to man, which is in what Pure Softy tries to do to defend herself is show photos of her and Mr. T Lexify having sex when she's like 16. Because she's trying to prove that was like the whole thing. And it was crazy. You see like Mr. T Lexify's like pig pay fetish. It was on YouTube. And like I remember because it was on YouTube and Twitter, and I had to report both of them because I was like, no. We're never you're not touching this. And it was crazy. Yes, it was the young lady who put her underage photos in the video. But the craziest thing why Scarlet Reaper is ever involved is Scarlet Reaper is actually sourced by Mr. T Lexify in his response video regarding the reverse predator. So, upon entering the space, we did enter a space with Scarlet. That's how we found him on Twitter. We were grilling him on it and was calling the reverse predator. Scarlet Reaper described a reverse predator as a minor, usually female, who takes advantage or grooms an older adult male and uses that to blackmail, derive sexual gratification, or for the thrill of it. They will use lying about their age, blackmail, threats of suicide to guilt their victims, end quote. Scarlet Reaper himself expressed he was a victim of a reverse predator in VR chat when he was, quote, raped by a minor. And we'll get there. I will play that clip. There's a whole bunch of clips we're gonna play. For those unfamiliar, I kind of explained that. Grooming, pedophilia, financial abuse, all that stuff in my X video. Covert narcissist, reverse predator, yada yada blah blah blah. This is where the Twitter space is. I'm not gonna go over this stream. But we do enter the Twitter space. Scarlet Reaper doesn't like me personally because I pretended to be his friend and fucked with him a lot. It was a really fun time.
For like an hour or two.
For like an hour.
It wasn't like a lifelong thing.
I became his friend for an hour and it ruined him. And Nav was in the chat. We brought like was a former friend of Scarlet. It was a whole big fun time. All this will culminate in an on-air interview when he embarrassed himself with Diesel. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play a little bit of British Runner's video to kind of give you the idea of what happened, and then we'll get to the famous clip of Scarlet admitting that he was raped in VR chat. Also important to note, he called Diesel a groomer because of 07 in chat. So let's watch a little bit of the dark secrets of Scarlet Reaper, the reverse Mama Max.
I thought you were promoting the
I had
message
to
of
pause this because
believable-
I was rewatching this later. Here is the early history of Scarlet Reaper, the E-Girl trilogy. The reason why we're going to cover this. Oh, come on, YouTube.
You call that a punchline? I don't share your sense of humor. Yet we're linked, you and I, like comedy and tragedy. Two sides, same coin.
As you will come to know, Scarlet Reaper is a fanboy of a popular commentary channel known as Birdman.
You want to suck my dick? Like, is that what it is? Like, you want to taste of my
Okay.
meat? I don't know. Those are really the only two things that make sense to me. Like, if you got a crush on me, bro, you could just say that, man. I don't know.
Who came up with the gimmick of the Eugenes. But what are these Eugenes? Well, the term refers to a cringe-worthy weirdo, or people who simp for women, similar to white knighting, or those who look creepy or at the very least have a creepy attitude. However, Birdman only uses this term on certain individuals.
So it's to be noted, yes, he literally apes this content creator style to a T. It's really fucking weird. Like he just aped his entire style. Very bizarre.
Well, he has no personality.
Has zero personality.
He's got to pick someone else's.
Yeah, he stole it to a T. It was very, very weird. I'm going to speed this up a little bit.
But as you will see, Scarlet uses this term on anyone he disagrees with, or those who call him out for the things he gets wrong, or for the people he quote-unquote exposes, even when the person doesn't fit the bill. Moving into this year, Scarlet is 22 years old, where he enjoys watching content on TikTok and YouTube. But a specific TikTok account he had been watching in his spare time had been Vampire, who by Scarlet's own title is 17 years old, which becomes even more.
So yes, so these are kind of scuffed screenshots because the fact that Scarlet deleted his channel and these videos before we could make this video. But yes, Scarlet was trolling around an underage individual's Discord as a 22-year-old. We'll get to why that matters. Take it away, British.
Or weird when he had joined her Discord server on his own volition, which brings us to the first video on his channel. A 17-year-old, E-Girl Eugene messes with a 13-year-old, and it gets deeper. I'm tired of these E-Girls. Part 1, where he tells us all of these things in the beginning of the video and creates an allegation that Vampire is a groomer because when she was 16, a 13-year-old boy had lied to her about his age, telling her that he was 14, which, judging by the messages, she had been freaked out when she learned of the real age.
Yep.
She says, I'm gonna cry. What happened? Bro, so like, this guy lied about his age. Like, he said he was 14, and I was 16, but his friends told me that he was 13 and just turned 14.
We had to snag these at 420p, yeah. Yeah! But it's Kino because it's funny. Oh yes, British runner, excuse me. Scarlet would pretend to do a British accent for a time because he wanted to move to the UK.
14. So like, bro, it was 3 years and I gave him the gok. I'm gonna cry. What? She says. The guy who's replying. And she says, he said he was 14.
However, I don't really think you can call this to be Vampire grooming a 13-year-old since they are both teenagers, which also creates a conflict in his defense of Mr. T Lexify, where he said a 3-year age gap isn't anything to get worked up over. So if Vampire had thought that she was with someone who was 14, then surely this guy wouldn't have a problem with the age gap, right? Which is even more disingenuous when he doesn't take her story into consideration. But when it happens to a guy with over 1 million subscribers, suddenly it becomes plausible. But he then claims what Vampire had done was a federal crime when it's not.
Now, notice how she says she was 16 at the time of the whole, you know, but it's still a federal crime, bro. Like, she was giving out goks to kids back in the day.
He's trying so hard.
That is a statement of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Gawk gawk to kids back in the day is a statement of all time. Scarlet would get very, very weird when questioned by a woman. It could only be a man. It was very, very bizarre. Scarlet also has a weird relationship with his mother. In past streams, we've actually gone over it. He hates his mom. Hates his mom. Literally hates his mother. Hates his mother to the point where, like, it's kind of obvious he kind of wishes she was, like, gone from this mortal realm. Very weird.
And we don't even know how many of these are victims. Like, maybe 10 or 12 kids.
10 or 12 kids.
But what about the evidence? Well, he claims in this video he is hoarding this evidence in his Discord server instead of contacting the authorities for what he believes to have been a crime committed by this girl.
Now, most of the evidence can be seen through my Discord server under the channel Vampire Evidence. And this shit is kind of incriminating if you think about it. The only reason why some of the evidence won't be posted on this video is because of, like, YouTube guidelines, so I really do not want to get a strike.
Remind you of anyone?
People who will literally kill for me.
He then tells us other reasons why we shouldn't like this girl without showing sufficient evidence to back any of these claims up.
And the worst part, and I have evidence to this, but she is literally dating a fascist illegal medicine ex-dealer. I can't say the word again. Her videos and pictures are all edited, with her hips being the most heavily edited out of anything we see. And to top it off...
Brother, why are you staring at a 17-year-old's hips? What are you talking about? You are 22! Why are you, like, analyzing a 17-year-old's pictures? Very weird, Scarlet.
Maybe he's an Onision fan, too.
Maybe. Ooh, I'm eating a garlic knot, chat.
This is like promoting unhealthy standards for that beauty shit. This is hella wrong, and no one should be doing this to get attention, dude.
But if you thought that was bad, he then tells us this 17-year-old looks pretty nice, when he just said, when you look at all of her photos, it's all sexualized stuff.
Poco she's just there complaining, right? That she's trying to, you know, like, she's getting groomed and shit or whatever. Like, you know, there's actually some freaks on her shit. But when you look at her profile, dude, like, all you see is nothing but sexualization. And that's it. Not gonna wrong, she look nice or whatever, but she's not my type.
The 17-year-old is not his type. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad the 17-year-old is not his type.
I don't know about you, but this kind of sounds like a self-report to me.
Literally,
weird.
All these freaks. The only reason why there's freaks in those comments and
I wonder if that's what Yandev used to say. I wonder if Yandev used to say that. That it was just all like, it was just pictures. It was cartoons.
It was cartoons. Shut up, White Bowser.
It's just cartoons.
Weird kindred spirit.
In the Discord server is because she keeps posting pictures of herself trying to, you know, like, get attention and whatever, trying to sexualize herself in the most unrealistic way and trying to show cleavage as well, dude. Like, what? Oh, man.
Scarlet also has a theme running through all of his videos where he believes the words of men over women, which is a parallel to how he talks about how society always believes the words of women when they accuse men, which isn't the right way of going about these investigations into these matters, and shows that he has a personal bias which will affect his ability to assess these cases.
That's right, Axis. You did ask him about Yandev and he called him a freak. That is true. I forgot.
In the future. But at the very end of the video, he tells us that this is the first underage Eugene, meaning he believes to have joined an underage girl's Discord.
What kind of freak is this shit, bro? I think we may have found the first instance of a female Eugene that's, like, underaged. Holy shit.
Which makes absolutely no sense for him to be there and no sense to be wavering around these serious allegations towards her. If he believes something nefarious had been
Interesting, Scarlet. Why are you in an underage girl's Discord, Scarlet? Why are you investigating an underage girl? Why are you looking at her hips, Scarlet? Very weird. In the GERT screenshotted tweets, the second one is actually the picture and not just a screen of the tweet. One is a JPEG, the other is a PNG. No implying anything. Thank you, Zane. Thank you.
Going on, then he should have contacted the authorities, but he said he joined the Discord before being told any of these things by any of the friends he made in the server. So
why was a 22-year-old making friends with minors who were allegedly in that server then?
And then when you found out, why didn't you leave?
Why didn't you report the server?
Why is the first thing you do is make a YouTube video about it with a fake bad accent?
I don't know. I just don't know.
That's crazy.
Weird. Maybe there's more to Scarlet you guys will learn about.
He really shouldn't have been there in the first place, and this lack of self-awareness only continues into the second part, titled The E-Gale Eugene and Mexicreep Eugene's Final Ride, Part 2, where he shows us a conversation he had in a Discord call, where he tried to explain his point of view of vampire
about as good as my
unhealthy
thumbnails.
body standards.
It literally does promote unhealthy body standards. You know? So, yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? This guy's a pedophile.
Wait. Oh no, that's Javin. Wait for it.
So, yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? This guy's a pedophile.
We'll get there, chat.
See? Scarlet then tells us that there is no evidence of him being a PDF file, but if there was evidence or a key witness, then all he was trying to do here was being a nice guy, making the members feel appreciated.
You're supposed to have evidence that this kind of thing happened, and so far, there's been no evidence whatsoever to me doing this type of shit, which kind of already says, oh hey, this shit didn't happen to begin with. And if there was evidence, if there was a key witness and whatever, guess what? I was trying to be a friendly person, trying to...
Guys, if he hit on the minor and sexualized the minor, he was just being a nice guy. You know what adults do? They see an underage individual and they're like, you should really stop editing your hips because they're really nice. That's what Scarlet says.
Ugh.
Scarlet says that that's perfectly fine. And if he was ever accused of being a pedophile, it's just a compliment. Why can't you compliment? Guys, you don't understand. Scarlet just wants to compliment a girl. Doesn't matter her age, apparently. Many such cases.
to make them feel happy and appreciated, so they know that everybody appreciates them for who they are. But apparently they did not take that very kindly. They thought of it as flirting.
When in the last video he just admitted to joining an underage girl's Discord. Sounds like another self-report to me. He even tells us that the members felt like he and one of his friends had been flirting with them, which is quite troubling. When Cool Dog tells Scarlet he should get a job, he responds like so.
Bro, because they're literal like D1 pedos and just don't care, all of them over 18, like real shit, go do something. Like honestly, do y'all even got jobs? Eugene, think like, dude, you kind of have to think about this. What about you? Do you have a real job? Because as far as I know, seeing your YouTube channel, dude, I don't even think it's an actual
He went to some underage kid's YouTube channel.
job.
I'm like,
Was
wait,
he trying to be leafy?
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
He was underage. How he has to get a job? Okay, you know, no, whatever. Go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Now, Scarlet, whenever he gets into beef, will attempt to discredit the things you say by looking for dirt on you, but he doesn't properly research any of the topics or events he finds and just
it's like we're gonna get there in a little bit.
Runs with it, only barely scratching the surface of what he sees and doesn't care for the context surrounding the event. And don't be surprised when I say he cuts context to things to get the outcome he desires. To try and discredit Cool Dog, he binges his content to find anything he might have said to try and make him look crazy or untrustworthy. And he calls the content into question, calling it some leftist stuff, and criticizes him on his channel being a digital footprint, but the same sort of logic wasn't applied to himself when joining Vampire's Discord on his own fruition.
Process. Because Coco, the literal 17-year-old I talk about, also happens to be a hoe. And guess what? She sucked dicks off of many, many guys.
What?
Sucked what of dicks many times?
Imagine saying, hey, 17-year-old who I thought, like, Scarlet goes to a 17-year-old. It's like, I know he thinks I know you're hot, but you're not sucking the dicks enough. Yeah, this is a minor. To be fair, I mean, to be real, this is a 17-year-old that he is talking about. Scarlet is 22. Scarlet is 22. This is hilarious for a lot of you guys who are the new chatters. This is the first time you've seen this. We destroyed this man, and he pretended to kill himself on the internet. It's very weird. We'll get there. We'll get to that note, by the way. It's been a year since I looked at all of this, and it's still bad.
So bad.
I'm sorry, Scarlet. How do you know this exactly?
Is that a man up our tree?
No, tell her it's a bird. It's just a big bird.
Once again, the video becomes creepy when he talks about what Cool Dog's intentions had been with Coco, and the choice of words is something you are just going to have to hear to believe.
You're just white knighting her to just get a little bit of that teenage pee, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna...
Okay.
Get it, little bro.
And it gets even worse when he tells us that age doesn't matter within the context of the internet.
And Scarlet and Salvi are gonna read this, just gonna tell you.
Important to note, see this character named Sabi? This character only appears when talking about Scarlet Reaper. Sabi is someone who has answered on my Twitter, under my tweets about Scarlet, and he's the only person that's ever done it. And he's like, oh, you're bothering my friend Loon. Sabi, where you at? I thought you were supposed to come into the chat and argue with me and Diesel. I haven't seen you yet, bud. Many such cases.
All these people are turning 18, turning 19, 22, and 19 respectively. Worried about what Coco is doing and also worried what I'm doing. Like, guys, be real. What can you guys do? Something else? Why are you guys so miserable? Do you honestly have nothing better to do than to worry about what two people are doing? You guys are so weird. Javen always talk about, oh, I care, but you guys really don't, and I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so first off, grammar, Eugene, you cannot spell shit right.
You are one.
Second of all, like, I've said this before, but age does not matter whenever you do something on the internet, you know, because there's something called a digital footprint.
Yeah, and yours isn't looking too good right now, Eugene.
Is Scarlet on the farms yet? I think he was a little bit. A little. I don't think... This is a Lolcow. Like, the way he makes multiple accounts defends, like, other predators, weirdly enough, and I'm not, okay, to be clear, I am not claiming Cam as a predator. I want to actually make that very clear. I am not saying that Cameron F305 is a pedophile. What I'm saying is that this was an opportunistic moment because he wanted to come back. He's been saving an email for a little bit, and we'll get there.
In the next part of the video, he tells us that Coco is an attention seeker because she posts pictures of herself and says how she needs to get some serious help because she doesn't feel confident without makeup on.
Like, here's another fucking picture that you seriously need to get some fucking help. Like, bro, is it bad that I feel like I can't look good without makeup? I used to feel confident about it or only wear lashes, but now I can't even do that. So literally what you're trying to say is that you don't feel confident about yourself because you decided to post, you decided to post pictures with makeup and whatever. And guess what? It's just for you to fucking gain attention.
But even more concerning, he then says this.
I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm innocent.
Wait, so you're not innocent now?
What ain't you innocent of, brother? What ain't you innocent of?
Scarlet spends the video bringing up their issues and denying that he is a PDF file, only to turn around and say, hey, I'm not saying I'm innocent. Dude, that's insane.
Actually, one more thing before I want to end the video, but this is going to be the last video I'm going to make on this topic ever. If I need to bring it up again, if it's like in case of an emergency or whatever, then I'll bring it up. But other than that, I really do not want to bring it up. I hope this is the end. I've been wanting to make a video about Black Ops 6, which is still being made, by the way, but it had to be pushed back like that.
God, Black Ops 6 has released and Scarlet never got to make a video on it. That's weird.
Deadline after deadline because I had to make all these videos about Coco and shit, and it's pissing me off.
Unfortunately for her, Scarlet wasn't quite finished as he then made female Eugene tries to transition into a male to avoid accusations. LOL. Part 3, where things become even more malicious against Vampire or Coco. He then tells us that Coco had accused someone of trying to dox her when the guy posted a link to a stats website which her profile does contain her full name. In this video, Scarlet continues the narrative.
So Scarlet doxes this 17-year-old. I do want to make this very clear. During the investigation process, I was able to re-find it. He doxes her. Obviously, I don't find that to be cool. If he thought that she committed a crime, he could have reported her to the authorities, locally to her. Instead, he doxes a 17-year-old. And it's my belief he doxes her because she didn't reciprocate how he felt. That's my personal belief. Yeah, full name, smacked on the screen and everything. Full name, a website that even showed her potential address. It was wild.
That Vampire, who he believes to be a minor, is actually a groomer, and he wants to make sure that she can't be successful in the line of work she is pursuing, and even goes so far as to flash her full name on screen for anyone to see, which is incredibly reckless at best, and at worst is downright malicious.
Also the same person who just happens to want to become a pediatrician psychiatrist, which I don't think you're gonna be one right after this video if some doctors realize that Vampire, if that company sees all 3 videos of what I've been talking about you.
So again, this is the person that reached out to Cameron with information. Now, I will say the caveat I put in the document. I don't think that it was not her work. It was specifically a schooling thing. Specifically a schooling thing and what she wanted to do when she went to college. I want to state this very clearly. I have no evidence that proves that Cameron knows who Scarlet Reaper is, per se. But at this point, given everything, I don't know how he doesn't know. Especially because I've been told by an anonymous source that Cameron wants to make a Diesel video if his next one fails. He's making he is allegedly making a Noah Samson video. And I've heard through the grapevine, through a couple different sources, that if that video fails, he's going to personally blame all of us for it, and he's going to make a anti-commentary video calling us all like weird leftoids and saying
this is what he's going to do. It will be a slop content video wrapped up in a hit piece.
Yep.
Or the other way around. A hit piece wrapped up in a slop content is bad video.
Mm-hmm.
Many such cases.
And it'll be interesting because he could have made this long ago and produced a lot of evidence. I know the calls are out there. Personally, for me, the calls there is editing in the call, and then there's not editing in certain parts of the call. It is what it is. Yes, it kind of it may cast doubt onto Jelly's testimony, but I still think it stands that he's had this entire time and doesn't want to use it at all. Very weird, and then only uses it. Why he didn't put it in the first document is what kind of confuses me. It becomes very suspicious.
And whatever, they will literally say, we can't hire you. You're gonna have to be forced to open an OnlyFans as soon as you're 18. Let me be clearly honest, because you're not gonna win any type of money by being a psychiatrist, especially with little kids.
But the story becomes crazier when he brings up there is now a second quote-unquote victim of this minor, who is 14, and he tried to get the kid to talk about it, but they wouldn't budge, and says they are kind of forced to speak out about it.
And one of them is named G, which I think I mentioned in the previous videos, and then there was Osmany. So Osmany is a 14-year-old, and some of my detectives and I, we tried to get him to speak, but he would not speak. So if Osmany, you're kind of forced to speak about this whole topic because you need to address this ASAP, because there's no fucking way you're just gonna let this slide.
A second victim hit the minor, and not only that, Scarlet's like, no, you need to speak up now. I'm telling you, you need to speak up. And yes, his detectives are shit. They're very bad at their job. Very, very bad. Yes, detectives lol. But yes, the second victim has to speak up because he said so. Yes, you'll have to open an OnlyFans when you hit 18. He also said that about a minor. Very interesting. And again, I'm not here to do an age gap discourse bullshit. I mean, 22 and 17 is outside of the realm, but like,
when they aren't obligated to give anyone, especially this guy, a statement. But in this video, it just looks to be him believing and reporting what his friend in the server says without even verifying if that was to be the case. But he then tells us that we can't possibly comment on his actions because he won't do a face reveal.
Guess what? It just so happens that both G and Osmani, they're both not of legal ages, and yet you still went after them and you overpowered them. We can't comment about me though, because I'm never going to do a face reveal.
But he then...
Interesting.
Brother has posted his face once before. I have a video. He has face doxed himself before. It'd be a shame. That's on him, wink wink.
And acknowledges that Coco is a minor, once again, when he says that Coco is lying about her age to an older guy, but once again, all he is going off of is pure hearsay, as his friend had told him this stuff.
Here. So, another message I'm going to bring up here is that she's a minor, and
by the way, it's not a threat, he actually posted it. He posted
it's not doxed if it's a face.
Yeah.
Face reveal is not a face dox.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, Falgi misspoke.
Yes. Just to like clarify. Scarlet posted his face on TikTok and Rumble. It's very, very important to say that. He openly showed his face on his platform when he was going by the name of DSM Ribbit Poison when he was part of the car community.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes. This should be pointed out. This was 4 or 5 accounts ago.
Yes. This is like maybe the 4th account now that he's
Still-
had that he got like ousted
But
from.
still, like within 2022, 2021
Yes.
era.
Yes. Yes.
The guy doesn't know. That's kind of a bit of an oopsie.
And again, I'm not publishing anything that I don't know is already available or he's attempted, like, this stuff is there.
And if you say that you're a guy, then why is one of your pictures, which also happens to have a red filter, why are you covering your breasts? If you
So this is his thing. I think that this is pretty much a good place to stop for British's video. If you want to watch more British Runner's video,
It's very good.
I
It is
really
very good.
recommend it.
It's a good video.
It's a really great video. It's in the document. We're not gonna keep beating the hatchet a little bit because it still is a really good video. I want to save some of it because we have a lot to cover. This document is 59 pages.
59
It was
pages.
44 last time you talked about it.
No, this document is 59 pages. Yes, he does talk about seeing an underage girl covering her bare breasts. It's very bizarre, very weird. He is tracking her. It's very weird. So, this is Lunarine, now deleted Lunarine VT with its whole 8 videos.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. But then again, I think it's time
that was forgotten.
to discuss the very special moment. So, chat.
All right.
This was
Yes.
when
I remember seeing
Scarlet
this.
decided to come on stream and debate Diesel. Now, he called Diesel a groomer. He brought Quite and Xylee up into it. He brought the Tea Party leaks, all of this nonsense. But we're going to skip all of that because I made timestamps in here. We're going to go to the origins of the Reverse Predator and VR chat.
What else, Mr. Diesel? What do you got?
Chat, would you like
This
to
guy
hear
said-
the
He
origins?
sounds so confident.
Would you guys like to hear the origins of the Reverse Predator?
So walk me and the audience through what this whole story is about you being a victim of reverse grooming then. Right, and I do
All right,
have contrary information from the Coinbase. We were able to do.
There's no way!
Gert got gutted.
Gert. Now, to be fair, Gert could change the... It's happened before where Gert changes the ad of the account. Let me double check real quick if Gert has changed the ad of the account. He has done it before. He'll do it again. Let me just double check. Double check.
You gotta stop beating this man down,
Oh,
fellas.
no. Wait, hold up.
This is abuse.
Nope. Post from this account no longer exists. Hello, Scarlet. It's so nice to have you back, buddy. Oh, no. It's
think
a
we don't-
3P. Oh.
My dude, do you not think we have everything already saved on that account?
We have everything logged.
We have everything already.
It's crazy how we have everything logged. Oh, well, chat, we're still going to go through it.
This is fun. It's a good Sunday.
Can we have a moment to pay our respects? A moment of silence, please, for Scarlet Reaper, aka Lunarine TV. Chat, please bow your heads.
AKA
Belgic, can I have one request?
Many alts.
What's up?
Is there a song you ever heard to sing at a funeral?
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The sun has gone, and something in the meadow. It's you. I need to find the words. Oh, Danny boy lyrics. Hold up. It's you must go and I must bide. But call me back when summer's in the meadow. When all the valley's hushed and white with snow. Then I'll be there in sunshine or in a shadow. Danny boy, I love you so.
Hey.
Hey. Let's get back to this. Let's hear about him get raped in VR chat.
Do a reverse.
You are.
You are. Yes. What celebrate Scarlet Reaper getting you that 7K when singing stream? I don't know what the next one is.
It's in the books.
Yeah, because it
It's
won't
on the
be
doc.
the art stream. The art stream will be tomorrow. Yes, I love you all.
That said, you were 36 years old.
That is a fucking character, but all right.
Put the VOD up. Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, I met somebody, obviously, in a fucking game. And the first thing that I heard when I asked them, okay, how old are you? And they told me that they were 19.
Okay, so they lied about their age, allegedly.
Okay, I'm 22. I only like to make new friends, though.
The audio is low, dingus. It's not low on my side.
Keep in mind, though, there's that fucking lie right there. That whole 19 age. All right? She lied about her age.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I went on to, talk to more people, hang out with them. Because at the time, I was actually doing perfectly fine. Hey, met a new friend. Great. So, after a day, I met her. She claimed that she really liked me.
Okay.
And shit. And asked me out. Now, keep in mind, though, she lied about her age, saying that she was 19.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it does sound similar, right?
So,
chat?
we sort of hit it off. Now, after 2 weeks into this so-called relationship, she tried to fucking rape me. And keep in mind, though, okay?
Okay. So, guys, she tried to sexually assault him. Where did it go?
Diesel's
You can say all you want about me apparently,
Yeah,
sexting
Diesel's
her or some
hearing him
shit.
out.
I never did anything back towards her.
But did
I
she
never did
send you
anything.
sexual messages?
Sexual messages. Yes,
Did she send you?
she
So
did.
she sent you sexual messages.
Yep. And I said, cut it out. I'm going through a rough time. Because at that time, when I met her,
Convenient.
I was grieving. Okay? I lost somebody who I actually appreciated a lot. I lost a family member. I lost a friend of mine who cheated on his girlfriend with another girl. And I also lost my cat. At the exact same time.
Okay.
At the exact same time.
Wait for it.
Now, she tried to fucking rape me. But thankfully, I got out.
So you
and
met her?
escaped.
You met her in person?
No, I met her in a game. Did I
Well,
fucking say that?
What I mean is, like, after you guys started getting together, you met her in person and she tried to rape you.
Oh, no.
So it was over, like, the internet?
You could still fucking, yes. I said a game.
She tried to rape you in a game?
Yep.
What, can you elaborate on that, please? I know that might be a
Wait
little
for it!
It is a first-person video game, alright, that is used to actually socialize with a bunch of people.
VR chat?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm a
Diesel.
fucking player, okay? I play racing games. Obviously, I do
Racing games?
racing and whatnot, okay?
Oh,
Like, no problem whatsoever, I want no time to talk, because obviously...
He got
He's trying to
raped
hold
in
his
VR
leg.
chat!
Diesel,
trying to-
how did you keep a straight face, Diesel?
He's trying.
How?
He's holding it in so hard.
Oh, in VR
He sees meshing right there.
chat.
Yeah, like you can see in that freeze frame, you can see Diesel's soul dying just a little bit.
He couldn't take off the headset fast enough. And he was assaulted in VR chat by the minor.
A certain somebody named Hole Explorer was there, and I went there.
Wait for the name of the person. Wait for the name of the account.
No time to talk, because obviously a certain somebody named Hole Explorer was there, and I went there.
Hole Explorer.
That's where I kind of met her.
Okay,
Now,
wait.
here's
You
the
said
thing, okay?
Hole Explorer? Is that her name?
No,
Okay.
that is someone else's name.
Okay,
that
I'm
he
sorry.
used
It's
on
just
VR chat.
the name just, like, caught me off guard. I was like, what? But yeah,
Hole
continue.
Explorer.
Okay, so a social world is not exactly a fucking fetish world, but okay. Alright, so. I was thankful that I fucking blocked her and shit. I removed
So yes, chat, very famously sexually assaulted in VR chat. You can see the rest of this live stream live.
It's very good.
Yes,
It's
that's
so
Birdman. Yes, it is. That's Birdman Jr. Wow, North went to speech therapy. I think one of these days we'll recover North. I always say this, I dodged the bullet because that motherfucker messaged me wanting to know about my content the week he got canceled. So like
I don't even know who that is.
Like he did like ACC investigation, like weird shitter community investigation shit, and it's most likely also some kind of weirdo as well. So I dodged the bullet there. But yes, Scarlet Reaper then reappeared when he was defending an adult interacting with underage girls in the wrestling community. We're not going to go over this. But at the time, before deleted, this was Lunarine. Had 131 subscribers in 8 videos. Not that many live streams either. Car, thank you so much. Yes,
Thank you.
Hole Explorer will be the name of our new off-brand Internet Explorers podcast. We'll actually
Man,
meet
I can't
more than
wait.
them.
Exploring
man.
holes with the ops.
Yep.
Exploring holes.
First one, the Mariana Trench.
So, we are going to go into this document. Yes, was North was talking to a 12-year-old sexually at the age of 17.
Oh, no.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Ooh.
So, as always, I have a table of contents. It's always going to be there. I always have a table of contents. It's how it works here. But let's get into it. Part 1. How do we know that Lunarine is connected? So we've been tracking Lunarine after an anonymous tip that they had connections to Scarlet Reaper in late 2024. Chad, we hit another goal. We're banking treats left and right. I can't, no. I promised that we would feed the dog after the
About
end
halfway,
of this
maybe.
document, or like halfway through, when we take a small break. So feed that doggo 2. Feed that doggo 3, actually. The doggo will get double, triple the tweets. The tweets,
Many
the
treats.
treats. Thank you. While this detail may not be significant in light of recent events, the most telling aspect was the Vtuber account, which has no ties to drama, had blocked everyone on the op block, as well as others associated with previous Scarlet Reaper coverage. So we would learn that people from Birdman's community who had covered Scarlet Reaper were also blocked by this account. Very, very weird. Very, very bizarre. It's not extortion, chat. We're just getting ready with it. Why that name is essential, however, is regarding someone reaching out to our disgraced associate, Nani. For those not in the know, Nani was the former lead researcher for Diesel, and through him, received several contracts. You can visit streams on this discovery from Diesel here, and Cope and Seed here. To make a long story short, Nani was committing sympathy scams and fraud by utilizing larger channels' resources to support research for smaller channels. When this came to my attention, despite multiple attempts to help Nani find a resolution, she became increasingly vindictive. I informed Diesel, and as a result, she was let go, and all her contractors were notified. Why this matters is that after this, she would receive an email from a mysterious Twitter mutual who wished to discuss these events. So Nani has never told us who this Twitter mutual was because she's seemingly forgot everything. Seemingly forgot every single thing about who she's emailed and everything else. Like, this is like incredibly weird. We never asked for this, obviously. Nani is incredibly vindictive. Yes, Nani was working with these groups, Nav. We'll get there. The following email exchange was released to me by Nani after I confronted her about her shady actions following the creation of the throwaway account known as Gert, which posted emails on May 26th, which posted email messages on May 26, 2025, which obviously are now deleted, in which she lied about multiple team members and her relationship with them. You will note that the email conversation starts on October 5th, 2024. Now, it's important to note that this right here, shout out to the do, you will see this is in German, but this was posted on Blue Sky, and it included, in part, Beckett's stream as well as Diesel's streams on Nani. Yes, these emails go back to October when she was immediately released. So you'll see here, this is the email exchange. She discusses her involvement with the channel, the different members of the channel. This was on October 5th, talking about her time with the Tozy. So unfortunately, she has chosen to say the name of it. She did work for a Tozy in other channels. And Nani, and I've seen the statements, Nani would charge for work that she was literally not doing. She would find a video and then say, oh, I found video. And sometimes on stories they weren't even reporting on. And would backcharge people while they weren't noticing. Now, that is on those channels for not looking at their books, but that is what it is. Yes, it's Nani, N-A-N-I, not your early ACC orbiter. So you can see all of the emails here. If you are a content creator, you're going to see something very important that I personally would like to address. So Nani says that Falgi, me and him had a fling back when. Shocker. So let's talk about that, chat. I am a flirt, and it happens. But, and as will be discussed later, I never met in person with Nani, ever, actually. And more importantly, I stepped away when she would love to, she wanted the men in her life to fight each other for attention. Very interestingly, she did it with her boyfriend and a former other moderator and made them physically fight each other for her amusement. Because she was sleeping with each other, sleeping with them, and wouldn't tell the boyfriend, now that she now dates, by the way, that she was sleeping with the other guy.
Yeah, and we want to clarify what Claudia said. Literally fight,
Literally
as
fight.
in
Literally
physically,
fight.
like they
fist
actually
fight.
threw down.
Like fisticuffs.
Yeah,
I
physically
remember because
we saw a video of it.
mentioning that he was talking about how that he was wrestling and he was really excited for that when they're gonna wrestle again. And I was like, "Are you sure?"
It's very bizarre. It's very cringe, and like, yeah, he's still with her. We won't go there. But again, this email is filled with a series of lies and misrepresentation of the facts. She accuses, and the full disclosure, Nani, fun fact for you, and the little shitters in your Discord, because I could say this now. You releasing your own medical information, it's not a HIPAA violation, by the way. You released it on your own recognizance. If you, the little shitter in the Discord that I know you are, not Nani, you know who I'm talking to, says that we're going to lose our jobs, quote unquote, because that happened, Nani is their own person. They're not an invalid. So, very interesting. But here's the most important part. This email, addressed on December 14th, 2024, says, "Hi, Nani, it's Connor again." So Connor is the weird individual who exists. We need to know who they are, but they're never apparent. Now, I understand that people will say, "Hey, Falgi, you're making this personal. You should just cover the coverage regularly." These people were actively trying to gay up behind the scenes on this and Diesel's channel. It has unfortunately become personal. Usually I like reporting the facts the way they are, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's different when we're actively the targets of these.
Yeah. So, hey Nani, it's Connor again. Unfortunately, I had to nuke my Discord account due to some BS that happened to me. And I don't want to be in Discord anymore. If you have any questions, reach out to my friend Lunarine. Thank you. Interesting. Lunarine enters the story on December 14th, 2024. We had never talked about Lunarine. We had never mentioned Lunarine. And interestingly, this happens in and around the time where we rediscover Scarlet Reaper in the wrestling community, from what I remember correctly. Very interesting, chat. While Nani would never reveal the email initially to me, I was able to confirm with an anonymous source that the nature of the email exchange and who this mysterious Connor was. So, while Nani would not share me the undoctored emails, an anonymous third party she did share it with, and you'll see the email as bad tog for Pokemon takes at gmail.com. Now, this email won't be very apparent. It won't make any sense. But what if I told you it's connected to an old account Scarlet used to run when he was in the Pokemon community? Weird. Pokemon takes will be there. But it's interesting how this ties back to Cameron F305. But let's get there. Nani and her failed gay op. After a throwaway, Gert made a tweet. Nani would go into full panic mode and reach out to a third party to broker a meeting. In this conversation, Nani would attempt to set the tone of the conversation, but it was ultimately out of her depth. And as there were direct connections we were aware of, including Scarlet Reaper and at least a mod of Cameron's. Yes, I know, we did see. But we did not know the full extent at that time. Through Gus Faring, now known as Nacho, by the way, because I know where it is. Nacho, you're making it very easy to find the account, by the way, buddy. Scarlet, or an associate of his, reaches out to Cameron in the following messages. Please note, for anybody who is reacting to this, all of these screenshots are in EST. Cameron lives in Florida, as well as, and this is not a dox, this is actually true, like, we know this, and also, Nani lives on the East Coast. I'm not going to say where she lives. I don't fucking give a shit. But, very important to note. So, this is the Gus Faring account, and we'll kind of discuss why this goes here later. Made on May 10th. Now, if you saw Diesel's stream, you would see this before. You can see here, on 5/16/2025, Gus Faring messages Cameron. Cameron immediately knows Nani is Diesel's investigator. At the time, I don't think he knew that she was fired. 5/16
He may or may not have.
7:04 p.m. He may or may not know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He may or may not know. And let's talk about former mod. She's in medical hell, blah, 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 blah. Cameron says Nani is an investigator. Now, I want to point this out. See how this says 7:06? Minutes after Cameron received a message from Gus, now Nacho, Cameron would message Nani and begin speaking with her. It is clear from their interaction that Nani was still discussing commentary-related topics, despite claiming she was, quote, done with it. The following is her speaking with Cameron for days. You could also see a call occur on the 24th in which Nani would discuss what she wrote in her email with more personal details about me that I have not shared with a broader audience, which could lead to my docs. Now, I do want to make something very clear. Nani shared information about my private life that I do not make public, which can directly tie back to, like, my friends and family, and she shared it willingly. So go fuck yourself. I'm gonna throw you under the fucking bus. Important to note. So Cameron had messaged Nani in August of last year. They had a brief conversation. Then in September of last year, a very brief interaction. And then look at this. May 16th, 7:14 p.m. 10 minutes after Cameron is told about Nani's information and disassociation with the channel, he messages her first. Cameron, fully knowing the context of the email surrounding Diesel, is in her messages. And what does Nani do? Hi, thanks, appreciate it. You as well. You know anyone with bigger pockets? Now, she hadn't been fired before this in August. Okay, excuse me, July, August. But interesting, she had not been fired yet. Cameron continues to go on to say these things. And then on May 4th, out of the blue, Nani messages Cameron. Hey, sup, dude? Everything okay? Dude, this is a bad idea. This is in reference to Aiden's stream. Cameron F305. Why? I understand. I see. I'll try to wrap it. I'll try to wrap. Nani. So Nani's new account name is Ahuva now. I can source it with my own.
Not new. This is just a rename.
It's a rename after our disassociation. But yeah, so that's that thing. He says, nah. Continue on the 24th. Cameron says, I'm rapping. Cameron goes on to say, I did the interview because I thought it was important, and I was honest with the fact that I wasn't completely honest with Diesel. This has never been honest once, and Cameron is a consistent liar. Remember, Cameron has not disclosed to Nani that he knows about the disassociation and the emails he's received. He hasn't discussed it once with her. Nani goes on to say, that is the worst thing you could have done. I understand the spirit, what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. Cameron goes on to say, I disagree. I feel like if I want to have credibility in the community, I needed to own up to that. However, you don't have credibility, Cameron. None of you have credibility. Nani goes on to say, also, to be clear, I wasn't trying to argue with you. Cameron goes on to say, I know. Would you like to call? I could screen share that I'm not recording or nothing. I have my camera on, so you just know I'm not playing any tricks. Ahuva, I'm a bit nervous, I won't lie. Cameron, I understand, and I'll be straight up. I know why. Ahuva's like, yeah. So that's why I feel it may be better to do this over a call. I'm not gonna fuck you over. I'm stressed as it is, Cameron goes on to say. Ahuva, aka Nani. Sure thing, just please. I really don't want anything to do with commentary anymore. I've got people to protect too. Nani, you're the one that messaged them first. You're the one that made the email. You're the one who tried to slander us. The fun fact, you're in commentary. And you probably will moving forward. Nani will never leave commentary. She will lie about it multiple times.
She can't help herself.
She can't help herself. She wants some form of revenge. And I want it to be very clear. The reason why all the fraud stuff hasn't been published is because of Diesel. The bank account, like the amount of money that she's made has never been released because of Diesel. So it's very interesting that she still wants to be in commentary. You do. Stop lying. She's addicted to being the drama. He says, I understand. Give me a moment to grab water. She goes on to say, good idea. So they have a call for 33 minutes. Now, unfortunately, we don't know the contents of this call. Nani goes on to say that she revealed personal things about my life. Which is very strange and very odd. And then she gets invited to his Discord server of all places. She was going to his Discord of all places. Well, this is her message. She didn't join it. But interesting, Nani. Very interesting. Because I wonder what took place in their conversation that would have had Nani join that. It seems like, Seems like Nani wanted to be in commentary again. Seems like, to me anyways. Joining the Discord server, I'd be very surprised if Nani wasn't being offered a job. Again, I can't source that. That's an off-the-rip assumption allegation that I am not saying that's true. Where did these come from? Like, where did all these screenshots? I forced Nani to give them to me. Nani gave this under duress because I told her you don't set the conversation. I do. I told her straight up she didn't tell me. We were still going to move forward with information that shows that she was directly involved in everything that we've seen. Because she is. She literally snitched on herself because she was afraid. Cameron goes on to say, I think your internet cut out. Nani, have you never turned your camera on? Is there any pictures or anything? I know there are workarounds. I'm sorry, I feel very faint. So he didn't even turn his camera on. He 100% has this interaction recorded. 100% interaction is recorded. Yes, to be fair, Nani didn't know Scarlet was Lunarine. I want to make that clear. Now, I can't also source that, but that's a different story for a different day. Nah, I hadn't recorded anything. Phone wasn't even on or being looked at. Goes about her pots like I give a fuck. Cameron, I totally understand. I promise you I hadn't recorded. Plus, I'm a headphone user. Can't really record audio on my phone using my headphones. I know, but no camera. Yeah, I'd have to have OBS or an app to record my camera. Any recorded apps were closed. Okay, sorry. No worries. Just checking in. Are you doing okay? Literally, he messages her 6 hours later. Nobody made her do this. She was never forced to do this. She did this willingly because she wanted to gay op everybody. Cameron, just checking in. You doing okay? Nani, much better, thanks. I got my medication in time. I'm not saying anything about our medication. All I'm saying is that we would have discussions about a copious marijuana use and potentially other substances. Now that's, what can I do? So May 26th, now this is the day that everything starts to come out. Cameron, has Jelly or someone else been harassing you again? They're bringing me into this situation. I want nothing to do with this. Cameron, multiple people have, but I'm ignoring them. Last night, however, Diesel tried to get in contact with me. I assumed, stupidly, he was reaching out in response to me admitting to being dishonest. You haven't admitted to being dishonest yet! You still have! Because there's no blackmail. Let's be real. In my opinion, there's no blackmail. Cameron has been lying about the blackmail. The calls that he released don't reference the blackmail at all. She has never been... Pull me in for this. Somebody pull in Diesel. I would love to hear Diesel's takes.
Okay, let's bring in Diesel.
Hello, Diesel.
Hi, Diesel.
Yeah, man.
Diesel.
So Cameron's lying about this interaction, which is, I mean, crazy for him to still be doing that. But, you know, he's saying that I like called him in response to him admitting to be dishonest. The reason I called him is because I was live, and he was live updating his Google Doc addressing the allegations while I was live. So he was live taking out evidence from his Google Doc because I was covering that the Reddit mods were updating stuff as it was happening.
And
okay,
to be clear,
he updates it live, and so I call him, and he accepts my friend request and is like, "What's up?" And so I confront him on that. Okay, he was out with his girlfriend on a date, updating his Google Doc, watching the streams covering him
while on a date. I love it. I love it.
Perfect date material.
Yeah.
Perfect date night.
Date night. It's this
and what's very interesting is that the r/Osana mods were updating us in real time because the r/Osana mods were done with Cameron's bullshit and no longer wanted to be associated with his defense. why I have certain speculations, it could be in relation to Renard being let go from the mod team, which is a big thing from what I understand. But interestingly enough, in a now deleted tweet from Gert would source the r/Osana Discord that they had no reason to have access to. Very interesting. It's super interesting. We'll get into it a little bit more. I might have to make a phone call real quick. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna have to make a quick phone call, chat. I will leave you in Diesel's capable hands.
Oh, that's great.
I'll be right back.
How's it going, guys?
Wow. Okay.
Wow, I can't believe you just bailed on us like that.
I know, that's crazy.
So I said it earlier in the stream, but I was like, how were you able to like
Oh yeah.
keep a straight face during that quote unquote debate with Scarlet? Because I remember watching that and I'm like, man, he had that poker face on extreme.
I gotta
right
be
now.
honest. I feel like I've had so many calls with so many terrible people that I've developed like I always impeccable patience. I don't know, man. That's like really it. I gotta be honest. Scarlet was absolutely one of the highlights of my streaming career. He is one of my favorite experiences. He is a terrible piece of shit, but God.
Man, I can't. I still think back on that stream like that happened, right? I listened to that. That was a thing that experienced online.
I just wanna really sell for like everybody here, right? Nani helped do the research on both Cameron Yandere Dev, like that whole story,
Yeah.
right? And also for Scarlet. In
Mhm.
fact, with Scarlet, she got a little too crazy, and we
Yes.
had to be like, "Girl, calm down."
You put her on
'Cause
like
she
a
was
leave
like,
because she was going
Yeah,
psycho
I
mode.
had to put her on leave, and that would happen quite a bit. I mean, listen, man. Nani was a character. I still have not been as mean as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Good
that
job,
there are
chat.
people in this world that would definitely love a chance to swing at me, but I
And I
will
guess
make
now
sure
me.
that doesn't happen. And you too.
Welcome to the shit show. This is fun. Yes, chat, thank you for feeding that dog. If you want to hit the other tip goal, I will feed that dog. Okay, so I have a joke. I can't wait to hit the weird YouTube beta thing, because I am going to call whoever is the top chatter for the night Leia's favorite chatter.
Oh.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's going to be Leia's favorite. So if you want to be Leia's favorite chatter for the night, keep on tipping, subscribing, liking the channel, and sharing this with your friends.
That's crazy.
You
Cat.
will
Hi,
be
Cat.
Hey, Cat.
Leia's favorite chatter. What's up, Cat?
Hey, what's good? I'm out of the wagey cage.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to continue with the doc. Let's get on to this.
I'm gonna head out. You guys keep doing this.
I was kicking
But
you out.
oh yeah. One last thing. Somebody's like, you're both nicer than you have to be. It takes literally every fiber of my being not to publish some of the things that I know about Nani.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
no
you have no
idea
idea.
how much I don't like her,
You
dude.
have no
Holy
idea.
shit.
Like,
all right, she would talk about my personal family business.
we had to stop her.
I shared
okay,
it with her.
We had to stop. Yeah, and now mine too. Like, we had to stop her from doxing herself multiple times.
Yes,
Literally.
Yes, that was another thing. When she was like crashing out when I let her go, I and everybody else like worked overtime to get like her medical records taken down.
Yeah.
And try to make sure that she was like okay still.
Yes.
Okay.
Scarlet was
Meanwhile,
the one who tried to
it's like
publish her medical records.
I go like as time went on, people would like tell me their experiences with her. And like all of it is so bad, and it makes so much sense for why things happened the way they did in my server. But you know, dims the brakes. Just know that I know if Nani is watching. I know.
We have known for a period
We
of
know.
time, and we'll continue to know. Just be chill about it, please.
But yeah, I'm gonna go now.
Bye,
Later.
Weasel.
All
Talk
right.
soon.
I'm going to continue
Miss
this.
you already, baby girl.
So Cameron goes on to say that he called her from his car, yada yada, blah blah blah. She then mentions the email that she didn't initially share with me. Does this email look familiar to you? Cameron says, I don't think so. Nani goes on to say, thank you for being patient. Cameron says, no worries. Nani goes on to say, this email I sent my statement to, I deleted my Twitter so I don't remember which person told it to me. Ah, got you. Cameron knows that this statement is, he's known about this statement since the moment he messaged her. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know. And he's going to play dumb. He's going to play very, very dumb. But whoever it was sent it to Jelly. Well, I assume it's her. I was friendly with her in the past for the most part. Did Diesel mention her in the video? It was never sent to Jelly. Never was it sent to Jelly. Jelly didn't fucking know.
It was in the replies of
Yes.
Jelly's Blue Sky post that I have heard is now gone.
Well, no, the Blue Sky post only had the honeypot thing. It was never in the replies of it. It's only the
Oh no, you're right.
honeypot
That's
logo.
different one.
Yep.
That's where I got mixed up. So
Yep. Cameron says, yeah, a lot. Nani goes on to say, sorry, I have a panic attack watching it. I'm a bitch nowadays. You've always been a bitch, you fucking asshole. Will that email become relevant later? It's almost like it's about to. Killjoy, we talked about the email, by the way. Ahuva goes on to say, oh, definitely, I don't want to be involved. He's like, oh, just ignore Jelly, she'll go away. Cameron says she'll move on or dig herself into a Lolcow hole. Nani goes on to say, yes, but people will still see those posts/tweets and they'll use them for content. That's the issue. That's because while Nani was talking to Cameron, I was telling Nani that I had gotten multiple DMs about who the fuck is Nani and why is your personal information out there? Cameron goes on to say, nobody really likes or trusts her. If anyone tries to promote her, I don't think it will end well for them. Nani goes on to say, yeah, Cam, I agree, but if they don't trust her, they're gonna still get to mention it. A big YouTuber is now involved. We're a big YouTuber again, chat.
Again, second time.
Second time, big YouTuber.
One time.
Major W.
All right.
Cameron, true. But I don't see how it does anything but hurt Diesel. Because it's dirt on him anyways. It's because it's him being a piece of shit. We'll get to some of those messages. Yes, but because it still involves me in that sense, right? Cameron goes, right. I see what you mean. Nani goes on to say, Diesel was so bad to Nani. Look at this. And it's going to be rehashed. Thank you. Nobody thought that. Everybody who knew Nani didn't think that at all. Because the people who made streams on her were the people that she swindled money from. Nani says, I have people to perfect and I don't want to get involved. Cameron goes on to say, I can't really do anything to stop it because other than just ignore it. I'll still mention the slander from Noah Samson in the CD video. So he's doing a content deputy on Noah Samson. I don't really care if it does well or not. Nobody really fucking cares. But that's all. Ahuva, I get you. Cameron, like, I'm done, lol. Nani goes on to say, I just don't want to be involved anymore. Yeah, me too. Cameron, I think that's best that anyone can do, and I hope you aren't going to get dragged to this further. Even though he 100% recorded that call. No stops, no bullshit.
I'm going to drag her further.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ahuva, 100%. If you find out any info, please let me know. Will do. He still knows who sent him that post. He still knows, chat. This entire time, he still knows who sent the post. He knows that he's gotten the email in his DMs already. Nani goes on to say, thanks, I appreciate it. What amazing Memorial Day. Cameron, haha. Ahuva, do you mind me sharing more info to see if anything jogs your memory? If not, that's 100% okay. Cameron goes on to say, you can if you'd like. Nani says, are you sure? Cameron goes, but the Twitter was essentially everything sent to me. So he's already seen it. But he hasn't mentioned when he saw it. Don't want to bring the, Nani, I don't want to ruin your mood or bring up bad stuff. Cameron says, oh, true. I'm kind of trying to detox from all the negativity right now. Sure you are,
Oh
buddy.
my god.
Sure. Sorry. Nani goes on to blame autism. Were you sent messages by other people defending me / bashing Diesel? Gotcha. I'll leave it alone. I was sent the context of those tweets by one person and a dozen of messages bashing Diesel, which would have been from Scarlet Reaper's alt accounts. But you can see in a doc that I'm not necessarily releasing because this is old. There's Lendrick Lamar calling Diesel a pedophile. Last year, Lendrick Lamar, again, Scarlet Reaper and Cameron have something in common. They both are LARP as black men. Very bizarre. Project Fairness, another account run by Scarlet. And there's Scarlet Reaper himself. I was sent messages, Nani Gate, bad things about Diesel, like with Quite / Slazo, etc. Okay.
Pull up the clip. Do you have the clip?
Cameron.
Jamie, pull that clip up.
Cameron, I'm gonna tell you something. Very, very Cameron, I'm gonna save your content deputy on Diesel right now. I'm going to save it. Quite and Diesel are very close. Quite, the reason we're friends with Quite is through Diesel. Diesel has openly discussed Quite's situation and how he had to shut the fuck up because he was asked to, despite wanting to constantly say something in defense of his friend. Cameron, I pray to God you fucking pull something up. Do it. Lie again. Now, the Slazo stuff, Diesel has owned up that he probably shouldn't have. I've talked to Diesel about this, and if Diesel's still in the chat, he'd mention it. He was the third party in that, and he didn't want to get involved. But in hindsight, he still feels very weird about, like, still being a third party to all of that. We understand very, very aptly that this was Slazo's, I guess, ex at the time, and I'm Alex doing this. Kind of like, remember, I'm Alex says he's the oracle of sexual assault. So it'd be very, very interesting to pull up the Slazo stuff, since Diesel has addressed it already. And the addressing is quite literally, yeah, maybe he shouldn't have sat on the sidelines as he was, but like there's nothing he could have done at the time.
It should be noted too that, I don't know if you're going to mention it too, but the person who was bringing that stuff up was Scarlet Reaper in his response video. He's the one who dug up. I was just about
to say.
Yeah.
Scarlet Reaper brings up Quite and Slazo, and interestingly enough, when he discovered the Tea Party leaks, Scarlet Reaper tried to get Salvo Pancakes on a burgeoning podcast that never came out.
God, I forgot about that.
I remember everything about this dude. So, a gotcha. Again, autism, Nani goes on to say. Cameron says, you're all good. Nani goes on to say, I could do wonderful stuff with computers, but fail at social skills / needing specifics. Cameron, haha.
That's a lie.
Nani.
She breaks her computer all the time. She's always on her phone.
We had to, we helped her fucking...
Which also...
Yeah. We helped her save
Which also breaks all the time.
Times.
Yeah, she also broke her phone a lot too.
Yep. Because of the multiple concussions she suffered. So they leave for a little bit. Nani asks about that email I showed. Yeah, the person who sent this stuff to me mentioned a Connor, but I forget the context. I've seen this screenshot too, I believe. So this is about the email conversation, Gus Fring. That's where Gus Fring is mentioned. And as you see, Cameron is the one that shares the email conversation with Nani. And Nani, so fucking stupid, doesn't notice how old these messages are. And when asking about a mod that is mentioned in here, Cameron said Renard and goes on to say, I don't think I was meant to tell you. Now,
oopsie daisy.
Now, Cameron, here's the thing about Cameron. Cameron's going to play a victim in this story. Now, again, I can't source that Cameron knows who Scarlet Reaper is. I won't hold him to that standard. However, I have screenshots that kind of contradict how much Cameron would have actually known. But spoilers. So this is just saying, I assume. So this is just the rest of their conversation, talking about who Lunarine is, because I told her about them. He says he has no idea. This is just a throwaway, randomly mentioned. He's, quote, the middleman for all of this. Brought your boyfriend into it. Cameron goes on to tell the Gus Fring that you should have not posted them publicly. To which Gus Fring says, I'm still grieving over my friend, you know. Remember, Scarlet Reaper's still dead at this point. Lunarine contradicts that. The guy's still alive, apparently. So, I don't know. Is Scarlet Reaper dead or alive? You tell me, chat. Is he dead or alive? Sorry, I'm moving my chair back. But let's continue. Didn't eat it off. This is just like the Twitter taking it down. I don't feel like these are any... these are not, like, important in my opinion. I will highlight this one thing. This account right here is a throwaway account that Nani would use to talk to myself and talk to Gus Fring. It's important to know that. It's important to know that. But Scarlet is definitely a very interesting person. So this is just Gus. This is all that nonsense. I don't really care at this point. Just wondering if he would apologize to the op block directly. I haven't received an apology. At this point, Nani would reach out to Gus, to the Gus account using an alt of her own, discussing everything, taking down the post. To note, Nani is completely unaware that Cam only reached out to her after being directed to her by the Gus account. Because remember, Cam has no reason to reach out to Nani until he sees that she's in bad graces with Diesel. Again, we could show that by the timeline. So this is all the stuff. Did you follow me on Twitter? Hey, it's Nani. I was told by Cameron. This is all just like discussing all the stuff regarding the account. You can. She's paranoid. I don't give a fuck. Was told by Cameron to delete it. So the two Reddit mod, the guy who claims to learn karate. I'm not a Reddit mod, I guess. None of us have claimed karate. It's such a weird claim. How do you know about this? How are they looking into it? Because we're much better than you, motherfucker. Yikes. So what are people... So you're saying is that we have potential doxers.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Why did you jump there, idiot?
Why did you jump there? We have never doxed anybody. Why are you poisoning the well? And it's interesting to note, Nani is the one that shared the emails. They probably have the email you leaked and are going to talk about it. Diesel might too. I'm fucked, she says. You are fucked. Because you came back to commentary and you fucked around and found out. Luna Moonty with the 333. Bro, this shit is so funny. Like everyone in this could have gone outside and spend time with their loved ones. What a concept that it is to them, huh? Thank you, Lunar. Thank you so much. And yes, Nani is a doxer. We've had to stop her from doxing multiple times. We've had to had conversations about her because she wants to dox people so badly. Is it possible that he's referring to her BF? No. No. Because he calls me a Reddit mod. Actually, I made sure to crop it. Not the point. I should clarify the content of the email. Yada yada boo blah blah, throwaway account. I appreciate it hurts my boyfriend. At this point, unless there's an actual report from these three idiots, there's nothing to worry about. Do you know why? Okay, again, I don't want to be mentioned in a live stream. I moved on with my life. No, you didn't. You tried to gay up people again.
Sure.
Again, this is all in a doc. So, I want to address this one. She says, I used to fuck Fauci and Cloudy was flirting with me, dude. I know how they operate. We have still never had sex. Nani fucking wishes to the point where it's weird now in hindsight when, and I won't release it, Nani, because I actually have some decorum. Nani begs for it.
Oh.
And I won't release that. So, want to just point that out. Can't trust it. Wait, is this Nani? Holy shit, yo, bruh. She goes on to say. Important note. It's not this. Yeah. What do you mean? Is Connor here too? So she leaves out something very interesting. They covered the thing in the past. They won't do it because they're too focused on Cameron. And she says, Gus Faring says something best. Oh boy, you best screenshot that shit. Diesel, I did. I have that. And I have the entire conversation downloaded. Gus Faring says something very interesting. We're sharing an account in the meantime. I deleted my old account and tried to tell you, but I couldn't. So it's not Connor that's speaking to her right now, but a weird random third person that can't be sourced. The only other opportunity is that this is Lunarine on an alt account because Connor is not actively talking to Nani right now. And Lunarine wouldn't know directly who Nani is, allegedly, according to Lunarine.
What's that medical condition that people keep giving themselves? DID?
Yes. No, no.
What?
That is fucked. That's, no,
Wow.
Nani has bots, to be fair.
Oh.
She do got it.
Yeah. No, DID. Straight up like, oh, yes, you're not speaking with Gustavo right now. You're speaking with Gustaniel.
Chat, like the stream. We have
the
181
voices.
of you and only
Not
62
Dracula,
likes.
Alucard.
Like that stream.
The
Put
voices,
those
chat.
tips
The
in.
voices.
The voices, chat. So again, he's like,
The
this is
voices.
them commenting. Make this right. He's gonna make this right. They say that they're gonna make it right. The blah 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 blah. Okay. I want to make two things clear. The account talking to Nani claims to be used by two people, but how can we be sure of that? I forgot to put a comma there. They had a reason to reach out to Nani after her public firing, and there is no evidence to support the claim that two people run this account. I personally believe that Scarlet Reaper still runs this account, but we can be generous and say it is run by him and a known associate of his. Second, Nani makes a false claim that she and Falgi, had sex. She would later edit this message to say, fuck with. I have never once met Nani in person while we were, yes, no sir, this isn't Gus, this is Nacho. While we consensually flirted, I was the one who pulled away as I did not wish to pursue anything further and wanted to maintain our friendship. The following redactions were made at the request of the source as well as Nani. Nani goes on to say to a separate source, please tell him I'm sorry, this is referring to me. I didn't realize I didn't put fuck with. I'm trying to edit it now. Please, I locked myself out. I've told him, but I don't know if that changes anything. And then here, she does change it. She does change it. Again, we did not have sex. I'll be very real with that. At a certain point, I was like, I'm not, this is, it was very much not worth it. And I wanted to maintain a friendship, so I said, no what, I back away. Ash, I don't know where you are, but there's a car in your ear.
Sorry. My fiance's fixing the latch. I'm
that
sorry.
or, that or somebody's farting very loudly.
I thought it was a dog snore.
Mm-hmm. So, not okay. Just to let you guys know,
Did you guys know that Foundry is actually the 42nd president of the United States?
Thank you. I try. So, I get it, Fauci. That BPD pussy could be grippier than our Psychport socks.
Hey,
Be grippy.
Hey.
So Nani would very proudly say that she would like sleep and crush men's balls. It's very bizarre. Very weird. It's an immediate turnoff. I am so glad I'm a record-placing fumbler. You're fine, Diesel. Nani would relate this back to Cameron and inform him that she was releasing information before blocking him. While I appreciate Nani coming forward with this information, her continued lying and misguided attempts for revenge make it clear that she would not return to commentary and should not be used as a resource for any channel moving forward. If you hire Nani, that's on you. I'm telling you this right now. Nani is not a resource to be trusted. And if you hire Nani and you fire Nani because it's not working, she will attempt to ruin your life. She will spread your private information. And again, this is my story. I have to share it. She will attempt to do all of those things. So, why is Scarlet Reaper and Cameron F305 working together? And how do we know that? Pieces of information were released to the general public following the live stream, following a live stream on FPS Diesel. This one right here, where I was on, where we highlighted some of the messages and other evidence we gathered over the course of months of research. As the story unfolded, we obtained new information that links Scarlet Reaper's actions to Cameron and his mod team. Now, I would like to make the caveat that I'm unable to verify whether Cameron was directly messaging this Gus Fring account or Lunarine. I know that there are messages between Gus and Cameron, but I don't know the extent of them, so I cannot make generalizations. But I can confirm that his mods has an active role in this. While Cameron cites his now former mod, Renard, who has now also deleted all mentions of Cameron from her Twitter, as the culprit behind this partnership, Cam's mod wall paints a very different picture. It seems that his moderator, Poogers, also had a hand in this and was making further claims in the last few days about working with Gus/Lunarine to others. I would like to thank YouTuber iNut for providing me with some screenshots. Fortunately, we have conversations from Cameron's mod wall. So, chat, it's time to show you something very interesting. Now, iNut, if you're still on the chat, iNut shared with me his DMs with Poogers explaining who the fuck Scarlet Reaper was. But Poogers was also leaking those. So 526, conversations with iNut guy. He was in Diesel's chat. Another page and another page. Now, we'll get to this very, very interestingly. We have all these screenshots, but you'll notice something very funny. So, these set of DMs are between Poogers and iNut, as iNut is explaining after he entered Cameron's Discord and starts discussing Scarlet Reaper. And when asking about Scarlet Reaper, Pooger says, I do know about him. Interesting. Poogers knows who Scarlet Reaper is. Sparky G, thank you so much for subscribing.
Thank you.
So he knows who Poogers... So Poogers knows who Scarlet Reaper is. Weird. Talks about the Mr. T Lexify stuff. I just know that FPS harassed Gus's friend to the point of suicide. And FPS goons went after another innocent member, forgot their name, about Lexify, nor do I care. Did he mention his friend's name? I do not recall, and even I want to keep that. If I did, I want to keep that private. Interesting. So they talk about it, like all the Gus Fring stuff. Again, PF Labs, Reverse Pred Catcher. iNut had published his own series of videos. There will be a VOD of this. Yes, indeed.
Also, I want to point out, there's no such thing as an FPS Diesel goon. We're hench people. Thank you.
Yes. Now, I want to show something very interesting. Chat. Who is typing? Right here. Who is this that is actively messaging Poogers? Who is this messaging Poogers actively while talking to iNut? Who's that?
Oh, that's the Gus.
Is that Gus
from Breaking Bad?
Oh boy.
I wonder who Poogers is talking to.
Maybe they're talking about the chicken business and opening a franchise.
Maybe. But let's go on further. Here's more discussions. Gus Fring message is still there. There's an interesting message I want to look at. So they talk about Gus, things like that. I've seen the stories from Diesel's victims. I want nothing to do with it, they say. Talk about Scarlet baiting. Yes, Scarlet has baited suicide twice, allegedly. Gus Fring still messaging. And if you're a stream, okay, now this is important. If you are a streamer and you are reacting to this either live, in post, or whatever, here's something I want to highlight very interestingly. Poogers goes on to say, when discussing Scarlet Reaper and his history, yeah, I don't want that either. Gus has been helping me out with logs with people slamming Cameron. I'm trying to get said people banned. So, interestingly enough, Cameron's mod team... Yes, why did Poog leak our DMs?
He's repeat with them.
No, I have this behind their mod wall because I have a source in their mod wall. So Poogers is attempting... So Cameron's mod team is attempting to suppress any mention of Cameron and any mention of his allegations. And really interestingly, this is in Cameron's mod wall for Cameron to read and see. This is interestingly before this conversation happens, I believe, like before, after the whole stuff that we released, yada yada boo blah blah. But very interestingly, chat, they're trying to report people. They're trying to suppress information. So, what have we now learned? Cameron's mod team. Now, I can't say Cameron is they're doing it at direction of Cameron, but I could say implicitly he's condoning it if they're doing it on his behalf. Cameron's mod team is actively talking to the Gus Fring account and actively reporting people who discuss Cameron. May it be videos, may it be tweets. So that includes myself, Diesel, Queeman, Dickers. It could be any one of us. Aiden. That means that his mod team.
This isn't for the individual mod's benefit. This is for Cameron's benefit.
It's for Cameron's benefit, and that could be tweets and/or videos. I don't know how far it goes. It's never really sourced. Obviously, iNut doesn't ask about that. I totally get what that means. Like, but it's very interesting that this is what they're saying, is that we are using this third party to help us report people and get them banned from a platform. Suppressing information. Very interesting. So they go on to talk a little bit more back and forth. Yet another loser, apparently. Blah, 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 blah. Cameron, Hassan. He already blocked me. Blah, 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 blah. Now here's where it gets interesting, chat. This is a separate day. They talk about this post about Bad Empanada. Now, it's important to note that the throwaway account uses this video and then doxes Bad Empanada. Now, his first name's been out there because it's already been released, but Bad Empanada knows that that's his dox info and considers that. Now, chat, interestingly, and this is in Cameron's Discord. Interestingly enough, who's that in the corner? Is that Lunarine? Poogers is talking to Lunarine. Interesting. Now, we won't see the message from Lunarine, but I find it very, very interesting that now one of Cameron's mods is talking to Lunarine. Very
Before we continue with the story.
Yes.
Hey, chat. How about you guys talk to the subscribe button and click that bit?
We got,
as you were saying,
Been waiting for you to press her all night long.
Yeah, I don't like Bad Empanada. I've openly said I really don't like the way he treats leftism. He treats like progressivism as a cult. I really don't like the way he does it. But even I don't think that that's appropriate to name dox the guy. because it leads directly to all of his other information. But yes, moving forward, chat. Moving forward. Something interesting is how these posts align with the throwaway Gert would post. Also note that this mod is conversing with Gus and Lunarine Discord accounts. Furthermore, it appears that Cam's team is making use of this outside source to track and report accounts and creators who talk about him. Very interesting. So we can't source these tweets now, but I did go over them. The interview clips would be crazy if I have those already. But we already looked at them. Take care, Mama Akko. Nice having you around as always. So we discussed it. I'll make sure you can see in the interview sourced in the folder provided. A 1-second clip is not compelling enough evidence to prove Lunarine is indeed Scarlet Reaper. Now I get it. Chat, I get it. I cannot source from that 1-second clip that is Scarlet. Now, let's remind me what Scarlet's voice sounds like again. Here's Scarlet's voice again for everybody who can hear it.
Moved her, never to interact with her again. So, I went to talk to her best friend about it. And guess what she fucking told me?
So we all chat? I need to see ones in chat that we understand what his voice sounds like. Ones in chat if you understand what Scarlet Reaper's voice sounds like. We're all on the same page, right? Even you lurkers.
So long since I last heard that voice.
But I know it immediately though.
Yeah.
Now, what if I told you,
for some reason, his voice and Dan's burst, in my mind, they were like interchangeable. That's unfortunate now.
Now, chat. Here, I present you with a 1 minute or so clip from this video with Lunarine without the voice changer. This is from 12/21/2024, after Scarlet would have died. Okay. So this is an account by the name. This is an account called Pippa Enjoyer. The person is named Billy Jensen. I don't know who this fucking person is, but let's see something very interesting, chat.
What's going on here?
Huh? Is that Lunarine VT?
Sure is.
That's Lunarine VT and a person by the name of Princess Amy. Now, a fun fact for you who don't know about Scarlet Reaper has a feeder fetish. We'll reference a little bit later. Diesel has a stream on it. Here's what I will say. Yes, he has a feeder fetish. At the request of the person who leaked that information to us, I will not be releasing that scroll. I mentioned in the document, but the person who released that to us wishes to remain like out of the thing. I just want to respect that. They don't want all their private info because their face is in there and shit like that. So I don't want to do that. So we see that that's Lunarine VT. Let's listen a little bit more.
What's going on here?
The arms are a little bit screwy, though. I mean, look, it's going right through the Abby. It's a little bit messed up.
I don't know what.
Oh no!
I'm going.
Why am I an anime chick or why am I a VTuber?
I'm sorry. Is that Scarlet Reaper I hear?
He's not using his bug.
Oh, he's not using his voice changer. Oh no! Hey, Scarlet.
Shout out to Chungus Samus.
Shout out to Chungus Samus. Remember what I said?
Haram.
They clipped into each other. It was assault.
No.
They did. They touched each other.
Absolutely haram.
So again, dude hit the emote. Oh my god, is indeed. So let's listen to that again, chat. Just so you can be very
The
clear.
ears just perked
Hear
up.
his voice.
Arms are a little bit screwy though. I mean,
Arms
look,
are a
it's
little bit
going
screwy.
right through the Abbey. It's a little bit messed
Wait,
up.
why are you an anime chick?
I don't know what.
Fat.
I'm going.
Why am I an anime chick or why am I a Vtuber?
That is the end of that stream. Everything else is a cognito hazard. But interesting. Interesting.
If 1 second wasn't good enough, maybe this is good enough.
Chad, is this good enough? Is this like
this
minute or
enough?
so? Scarlet has a very distinct accent. Brother, what is this? Cursed knowledge that we have found. And all of this is on Preserve Tube, by the way. It is there. But chat, do you think that that's Scarlet Reaper? Does that sound like Scarlet to you? I don't know. It sounds like Scarlet to me. I need more.
Body pillow there.
You can watch this video on its own time. Scarlet does not appear in this anymore. I'm pretty sure that Scarlet that like Lunarine is like featured in this, if I remember correctly. I can't even remember. It's very funny.
Probably not then.
I don't remember how we found this. But there we go. Lunarine sounds a lot like Scarlet Reaper. However, this presents an interesting... yes, Scarlet Reaper has a feeder fetish. Hopefully this presents a thorough investigation into Lunarine / Gus Fring / Scarlet Reaper. At this time, they have changed their account name to Nacho, but note that this account has friends with the alt account Nani. This is my screenshot. Friends with Nani, and also in Mama Oko server. And I've been informed by other parties involved that Nacho, aka Gus Fring, is reaching out to accounts to redact any information about Scarlet Reaper. Now, chat, how do we feel about that? Is that convincing enough for everybody in this chat? I did this in under 3 hours. Is that convincing enough to you that this is Scarlet Reaper? And that Cameron is very aware of what the fuck is going on with his mods? Yes, Nacho and Gus are the same account.
Yes.
Just change the username.
You could tell because the member since is the same date.
Yes. Real quick, you guys discuss it with the audience.
Discuss what?
Scarlet.
Oh, he's we've been talking about him for 2 hours. If you need me to tell you more.
You see, Trent, this all began one beautiful night on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Cat's the reason why.
Yeah,
this
this
all
is
happened,
Cat.
by the way.
Cat
this
is
Cat's
yeah.
doing.
Yep. This is Cat.
This all began with
Cat is the reason why we're here today.
This all began with me being silly on Twitter.
Many
And that is where my involvement ends last.
I can't focus enough on my single Twitter account. I can't imagine having over 20.
Absolutely.
Imagine
not.
having like log out, log in, log out, log in.
Yeah.
Dude, I have one
Especially the
Twitter
AI
account
shit.
and I don't even use it.
I was about to say, you and I popped in there.
Mhm.
And we were
And
having
British
a lot of
Runner.
fun. And British Runner.
And
for a little bit of
British
time.
Runner.
And we popped in there and like, you could see the whole link. If you ever want to see like a weird impromptu interview and how I like gay op people, aside from Cameron, I gay op Scarlet Reaper.
Again, for like 2 hours.
Whoa. I never invited anybody in the server.
No, that's real.
I actually said do not join.
Yeah.
Do not follow my silliness.
Yeah.
I go down roads you should not travel, but I cannot
Yeah.
stop you.
It is how Cosmic became more of a member of the community. Yes, I'm eating, Chad. I'm sorry. I had dinner that I'm not eating yet.
Did you get a pizza?
No, I have chicken.
Chicken pizza?
Wait. Was that a World of Warcraft reference? At least I have chicken.
No.
Is that a Leroy Jenkins?
No.
Dude, a chicken pizza would go so hard right now. Like, chicken, maybe like
Lunarine
some,
VR
some
is
sort of
gone.
white
That's
sauce.
nice. So
VT.
VT.
Oh, VRJ. Yeah. Sorry. No, you're
So
right. You're
chat.
right. I read wrong.
This kind of concludes.
Oh no, Cloudy!
Yes. So
This is all an elaborate
No,
bit.
Cloudy,
We'll
don't
get
do it.
there.
Leroy Jenkins. Yep. Yes, I'm eating. I'm eating on camera to brick up Scarlet.
Happy Pride, everybody. Happy Pride.
Oh.
This concludes the Scarlet is connected to Cameron section. Now to include some of my favorites of Scarlet Reaper that you guys don't know about. So Lunarine would make this post that they were getting harassed and then deleted themselves. Here's some random information. Here is Scarlet Reaper's fake suicide note. Unfortunately, Scarlet couldn't take the pressure. He passed away in September 19th, 2025. By suicide, by God.
24.
No, he passed away in 2025. Look at it.
Bro, a time traveler?
He literally said that he died in 2025. Hey, November
Where
Ranger,
are
what's
the
up,
necks
dude?
and why are we romancing them?
Yes. Why are we necromancers? Because I brought back the dead, Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger.
So he died in 2025. He's predicting his own death. He died in another city with a gun in his hand.
He's Nostradamus.
While we do not have information to back up this claim, nor a news report as suicides like this don't go mentioned in news sites, his family and friends indeed confirmed the reports to close friends. Many of his real-life friends felt terrible. Many of his online friends mourned his passing. Before that, though, he has helped 2 individuals by teaching them how to make mods for a specific game before they tragically passed away. Two people that led into Scarlet's suicide was 2 people named Tenny, formerly known as Ingress, and Zyke, which the 2 decided to make fun of Scarlet behind his back to talk about the illegality leaked private messages that he and Tenny were involved with and the amount of emotional abuse and manipulation has done. So chat, do you notice something really interesting? Do you know who's
traveler?
No, did you notice who's not sourced?
Diesel?
This is a fake suicide note before we ever met Scarlet.
Oh.
This is a fake note before we've ever met Scarlet. This note precedes us, and it'd be crazy if I know about the Tenny and Zyke accounts. I know who they are. Zyke actually has a video about Scarlet that we'll discuss. He died once, not twice, but now it's thrice, chat. Okay.
He died 3 times and graduated. This guy's busy.
If you love Falgi, if you love me personally as a human being, art moving forward.
Falgi's eye.
Yes. Okay. To the artist out there, I would personally love pink and red, pink with blood speckled, red speckled, however you want to do it, fur coat, like a mafia fur coat of a wolf girl. Because I have now killed Scarlet Reaper for the 3rd time, allegedly.
No, I said earlier that he should be like as pre-Horus Heresy Horus because he has like the big wolf skin over his shoulders.
That's what I'm saying.
My take.
That's what I'm saying. It's the wolf skin. But it's like
Don't listen to Falgi.
A horse
Give him
skin.
a comically sized lollipop and a little propeller hat instead.
Yeah. Chat, if you love me and Cat, have him making
whatever you don't do, draw Falgi as a pregnant horse. Beckett, what the fuck are you doing, dog?
Jovile became a member.
Where's Beckett?
Jovile. Hey, Beckett, what's up, dude? I missed you. Glad you're awake, dog. So here's an old Reddit thread. So for those who don't know, we covered it in one of our early streams. If you look at the channel, you'll see the Scarlet is Dead stream where he is live deleting accounts that we found. Here is one of his old live accounts on Reddit called Spicy Tie. He would use this for feeder accounts, by the way. Hi there. I've been single almost pretty much in times that are super rough for me. I just came out of a breakup a few weeks ago because my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend is psycho that was obsessed with her, leaving her mentally unhappy and such that she didn't want to talk to me. We called it off. In the beginning of 2019, I used to date this amazing girl who I helped out with her 2DS and whatnot with her Animal Crossing stuff. I tried to get her back, but it didn't work. So I got my car, I moved on. After I found out she wanted me dead, I just felt bad in general. Then I also met someone in 2016. Doesn't really make sense. She had surgery on her back. I always helped her out, and I was always continued to help her. She had a condition where her spine would just bend, then surgically replace the spine, and I still talk to her nowadays, as I do like with help with people. Most of my relationships were ended by some people due to the fact that my ma would always interfere with my own life like she does. I just turned 20 a few days ago as of writing this post, and I'm still single. I guess life just wants to make you the unluckiest person in the world. Why am I single? Scarlet asks himself. It's simple, he states. Society keeps screwing people's minds. My mother keeps ruining my life 25/8. And to top it all off, I guess I'm just purely unlucky to the point where I also lose my friends. Now, chat. What if I told you I had a very interesting video, chat? So, Scarlet harasses women. Chat, what if I told you I had a very interesting video? What if I had an interesting video from Scarlet's past? Now I'm going to pull this folder off to the side because I got to find which one it is real quick. Is this it? Nope, that's that one. Sorry, chat. I gotta source these videos right now. Nope, that's the.
We're doing it in real time. We're doing it in real time, chat. This is how it works.
Is it not in here for some reason? Ooh, this one's not loading. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Individuals have.
Nope. Nope. Oh, I don't think it's in here.
Team YouTube.
I will grab it. Give me a second, because I actually wanted this one.
Give him time, chat.
Greg,
in the meantime.
Greg, can you show me the pick updated? Yeah. Where is the Scarlet Reaper? Okay, I have it. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay, I did it. Chat just like that. Solving everything.
Because I have them pinned. That's why. So this is the one I want.
As we set up, chat, what is your takeaway as of right now from this story?
How you feeling?
I'm really
Yeah.
curious to know
How
what
you doing,
guys
guys?
think.
How you doing, everyone?
Yeah.
Is this coming across? Is our points being made? It feels like we're the only ones who understand what's happening sometimes.
I mean, I kind of understand. I don't know anything about the Scarlet Reaper stuff. I met you guys towards like.
It's fine.
Okay.
It was a saga.
I meant like it's fine.
It was a saga.
That's right. You hadn't met us until that happened.
All right.
Cops came in. They believed her. They took me away.
Okay.
Oh, it's loud.
That was super loud.
Boy.
Also, there are some.
Okay, that was super loud. I gotta find that video now. Hold up. Okay, so I have a video, chat.
Cops came in.
Oh God, it's still so fucking loud.
So cops came in.
It's in surround sound.
Chat.
Sensory overload.
It's like 3D audio.
What I have here is an audio recording
that's right.
from Scarlet's own. So when Scarlet was running in with the when Scarlet was running in with the car community, he was getting targeted for being a fucking weirdo. Now, I do believe that Scarlet is most likely, struggles with the noncery a little bit. But here's something very interesting. Scarlet potentially also shares a past of being creepy to women, just like Cameron. Wonder what this is.
Cops came in. They believed her. They took me away to the mental hospital.
Yes, it does have his face docs. It is what it is. This was published. This is not hard to find if you looked up DSM ribbit poison, by the way. But here, listen to it again.
Cops came in, they believed her, they took me away to the mental hospital.
Cops came in, believed her, and took her away to the mental hospital. Yes, Scarlet Reaper creeped on a girl so bad that he literally got picked up by the police and brought to the mental ward because he was fucking stalking her. And this gets sourced here and there and everywhere, but we literally couldn't find it until we found this video. And he talks about being picked up by the police. So when Scarlet talks about his terrible history with women and how nothing works out, remember, yes, this is Cam's secret boy, by the way. His mods are using Gus Fring, who we believe to be Scarlet Reaper, without a shadow of a doubt. They are sourcing this guy to report other YouTubers from talking against Cameron.
Cameron's secret hitter.
Again. Insane. Yes, I do. Yes, I do know about that. Yes, that is the Rumble video that has the face docs. Listen, his face has been out there. I just don't want to promote it too much. Thank you though. I do remember that Rumble video. His face was previously on Rumble. We are not doxing him. I just don't want to show his face too much. He put it out there.
And it's kind of unnecessary to the point we're making also.
Now,
guys, we're 2 likes away from 69.
Yes, chat, please like the stream.
And then after that, only 100 people can like, and then it'll be fun again.
Now, chat, let's talk a little bit more. So you remember Zyke was an individual in Scarlet's previous history.
Right,
they even sourced the
suicide
British Runner videos.
And Diesels.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at what this individual has to say about Scarlet Reaper. And I am going to say this is the game he played where he would pretend to have a British accent. I am going to speed it up because there are just moments of dead air. Oh, also, this is a fun fact for you. Scarlet would then go on to say that Diesel was harassing an 18-year-old minor. I forgot about that. That's a fun fact for you all. If you've never known about that, again, watch the multiple streams on it. Diesel, phoning Diesel, make a playlist, motherfucker.
Before I start this video, I want to share the rules of Discord's code of conduct, because everything I'm going to be talking about in this video will require.
This is a very low video, by the way.
Yeah, we need to get you a plugin, like an audio booster plugin or something.
Which, let's be real, is quite possible. So I'm taking this all with a grain of salt, considering all of this drama is still going on. I'm still getting messages from the same person, and it just doesn't seem to stop. Either one of his friends are hellbent on talking smack or going on to my Instagram saying that I.
How do I raise this chat? What plugin do I need?
It's gonna.
Diesel, what's your audio booster plugin? But also, we don't have time right now.
No, Diesel, what's the audio booster plugin? My computer downloads quick.
We're not doing this live.
We are doing this live. Diesel, what's the audio boost plugin thing?
Oh my god.
Send it to me. Discord.
Maybe if you yell at the browser enough, it'll give you one.
Wait, is this Opera? Yes. We are doing this live. I need to know.
My god.
Diesel again. Just pick one.
Okay, Horn Hellfire says volume booster.
Okay.
Oh, why are you doing that? No, I was contemplating watching like an old sci-fi show I liked called oh no, I forgot the name of it.
So you weren't then.
I have gone back.
Defiance.
Okay, yes.
I've gone back to Stardew Valley this past week, and it's wild to go back to this game.
Speaking out, let me pin it. Let me pin it real quick.
Most of my TF2 inventory, I've just been buying random games. Up on my list is Trucker Simulator right now.
All right, here. I'm gonna boost the audio a little bit.
Because my computer's not powerful enough.
Chat, you let me
the
know if this
airplane
boosts the audio
simulators.
enough, okay? Thank you, Horror and Hellfire. You're always the best, friend.
Hey, I like stuff. Well, I'm old.
All right, ready?
I led someone to suicide.
much
okay.
better.
Never
That's so
done
good.
that. When that person themselves has me blocked, won't let me even message them in private. So I guess this is the only way I can address things, because it's kind of getting wild. If you don't have the balls to call someone out, but then you go and block them, it makes no sense. So let's start with the Discord rules. I have it pulled up here. I'm going to be reading them out not by number, just all at once. This is the general rules of Discord. I have them all from 1 to 2. Do not promote, coordinate, or engage in harassment. Do not threaten to harm another individual or group of people. Do not share or threaten to share the person's identifiable information, so that will be someone getting doxxed, knowing first name, last name, where they lived, what country, all of that information. I will not be sharing any of that information. I know.
Why is this doing this? Does this plugin force
Before I start
it
this video,
way?
I want to share the rules of Discord's
The
code of
plugin's like
conduct,
forcing it to like
because everything
be
I'm going
like
to be talking
this.
about in this video will require this. As of recording,
That's okay.
Scarlet has passed
What
away.
game is this? This is like some fucking blood sorcery
I don't know.
stone
I've
game.
never
I'm
seen-
speeding her up
Oh.
even more now. Discord's terms of service, I don't care.
Once. This is the general rules of Discord. I have them all from 1 to 2. Do not promote, coordinate, or engage in harassment.
Oh my gosh,
Do
she
not
speaks
threaten
so
to harm
slow.
another individual or group of people. Do not share or threaten to share the person's identifiable information, so that will be someone getting doxxed, knowing first name, last name, where they lived, what country, all of that information. I will not be sharing any of that information. I know, obviously, his age, because we're all over the age of 18. I will not be sharing his name. He will be known as Scarlet, and this other person will just be known as whatever screen name they are going under at the time. Do not use hate speech to engage in hateful conduct. Do not organise, promote, or support violent extremism. Do not solicit, share, or make any attempt to distribute content that depicts, promotes, or attempts the normalisation of child sexual abuse. Do not, if you are under the age of 18, do not engage in sexual conduct of any conduct that puts your online physical safety at risk. Do not solicit sexual conduct or engage in any sexual conduct with anyone from the age of 18. Do not
What
make
is
sexually
happening?
explicit content available to anyone
I actually
under the age of 18.
all with this
Do not
like,
share, distribute,
warning.
create
I say
sexual,
we put it
sexually
like
explicit or
half
sexually
speed
suggestive
and
content
just
to
use
other
it
people
as
without
the
the subject's
intro for
consent.
every video.
Do not share contents that glorify, promote, or
Stop
normalise suicide
this.
or other physical
When we do
self-harm.
like bathroom breaks, we
Do
just
not
play
share all
this
media
and,
depicting
like,
gore, excessive violence, or animal
normal
harm.
stuff.
Reno,
especially
when's the
between
good
potential to harass or
part?
shock others.
Reno, when's the good part? This
We've had,
preamble's
like,
so
3
long.
minutes of,
Reno,
like-
when's the good part?
How do you get a 3-minute trigger warning?
I don't know.
Those are the general
It's
rules
about to
of
go
Discord.
into.
The
You
respect
guys
Discord
remember
section,
like
I've only
the
got 2
old
pointed out,
VCR movies,
because
how they
you
had
will see.
that, like,
This is the video.
do
Little bit
not
at the beginning.
replicate movies.
Number 7, I have number 17 and 18. 17, just do not share false or misleading information,
Would
otherwise known as
download a
misinformation.
car. I
18,
would 3D
do not
print a
misinterpret
car.
your identity on Discord or decepting in a harmful way.
Once she finishes
And the
reading
rules
the
section
Discord
is about
terms of
gambling.
service,
It's
what are we
telling-
watching? So this is the person
We're reading Discord terms of service.
who Scarlet allegedly died because of the first time.
To gamble online, especially on Discord,
In
as
the
they do not
future.
promote that. As I believe this is a 13+ site. 16+? I think it's 16+. I will look it up and put it on screen now. Now,
This
I'm going
went
to first
from
start off with how we
entertaining
met.
to annoying.
I met,
Now I'm
I met Scarlet
back to
through a
being
friend of mine,
really
and we became mutual friends.
entertained.
I
Oh,
have
here we
not
go, here we
known
go.
lots about Scarlet. I dare even say we were close, we were friends, sure, but we never played games all the time, we never like spoke all the time, we never, we didn't send like memes back and forth all the time. It
Oh,
was
this is
more of
probably
a,
Blade and
we can
Soul.
just hang out
It
with
is
games.
Blade and Soul.
And this is leading on to Blade and Soul. We all likes to play Blade and Soul. And this is where the respect Discord rules come in, especially the misleading information and decepting people. Scarlet had a friend that he met and got into the game. They are called Fiona. Now, I was sent messages, screenshots specifically, from my friend regarding
Jesus.
Fiona, because they had messaged, whispered, and that's where obviously she met. I'm going to put up the whispers on screen, and you can read through these.
So these are random whispers of them meeting. I do not care. Risky, fuddy-duddy. Fuck out with weirdness. God damn. It's so fast. It's one of my favorite drinks, so screw it. It is my favorite drink. Oh my god, same!
What drink?
This is just them, like, talking about, like, feet or shit, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, not the fetish.
Yeah, this is all
Why-
about fetish shit.
I don't know why you would keep all of these logs the day meeting somebody.
I don't know either.
That's really weird.
I don't know. What is the link to this YouTube video? It'll be in the doc that I'm gonna send out soon. This is just talking about live streaming, toxic. He has a toxic parent eventually. He always talks about it. His mother is the source of all the evil in his life. He has a friend named Ace. Ace mention.
Uh-oh.
Red Bull is
These were the images that I had been sent, and she thought it was a bit weird. There were too many similarities. Fiona knew quite a lot, and the way that they wrote through text was disturbingly similar. Anyone can type like that, don't get me wrong. It's a very
No, it's at 1.5. It's at 1.75 speed now, Weaver.
normal way of communication, especially if you're online quite often. That's just what happens. Now, I also was introduced to Fiona throughout Scarlet. Met up, not in real life. I met them online, obviously, through Blade and Soul. And I was saying, oh, should we do dungeons together? Sure. And Scarlet wasn't there, so I done one with Fiona. Went and done a dungeon. I'd never done a dungeon with them both at the same time, which was making me really goddamn skeptical. I said, oh, okay.
He was pretending to be a woman again!
Oh,
Many
egg
such
arc
cases.
confirmed. Egg arc.
There's no way Scarlet was pretending to be two people to be with this person somehow.
Then, Scarlet, are you able to join us? Oh, no, there was always some sort of excuse, or he was just AFK, or something. There was never saw them both at the same time. There was always one sitting down, one running. It was very odd to me.
The Superman paradox.
I didn't figure this out on my own. Obviously, my friend, I sent her all the screenshots, everything that I had at the time, sent it to her, and she said, yeah, this is really weird. I think it is him.
I know.
So I decided to message Scarlet and call him out and say, why are you doing this? I'm going to pull up a video now of our talk from there until the end.
Oh my God!
There
It's
it
the
is.
Bruce
There it
Wayne
is.
account.
There it
yeah. Bruce Wayne.
This is crazy.
Go on, because I had to fix something on my desk.
This is insane.
Give me your thoughts, Greg. Give me your thoughts.
No, this is just this person hops from community to community, from
Yes.
interest to interest, literally
Yes.
like wearing the skin of anybody that he likes,
Oh.
performs to anybody who will listen to him and give him attention, will claw at fame or infamy,
Mhm.
and then when that doesn't work out, will condemn the community or the people that have ostracized him, and then harass them, and then decry being harassed or digital bullying. I hate this person. I think I can't hate him more than you and Diesel, right? I logically can't, but I feel like I do.
So this is
I
like
feel like I
going
can.
on. So this is going to go on to discuss that he would be creepy with women and other things like that. Like potentially even talk to himself at one time. Like it's super weird, super like, and this is the person that Scarlet has allegedly harassed and died because of. Now we're not gonna watch this whole video, because I don't think it's necessarily necessary. But it's really interesting to note that, like, hey, look, another alt account calling them lazy and worn out and using the N-word, Scarlet's favorite word.
He never
He
changes.
loves that word.
He changes his name, but never his himself.
Never.
Are
never,
we still
ever.
adult minors or are we 18?
So-
Oh,
You
7
never
to
grow up.
chat.
We never grew
You
up.
never grow up. Remember that,
Forever adult minors.
Christ.
Let's take this lull in the conversation to remind chat. Don't reach out to any of these people. Don't interact with them.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
Don't reach out to anybody in
Don't
our
touch
behalf
the
or in
poo.
your own.
Mhm.
Don't do it.
Scarlet loved the N-word so well. And then
He
would
used
make
it a lot.
exposed docs, and then would eventually take himself off the internet
But nothing was ever-
permanently. Where is
Didn't
that?
lead him down to it. No, it was me, the person that had been trying to help him. Yeah, admittedly, I got overwhelmed. He obviously done nothing.
Here's more of the Wayne Games. Kept ignoring me, and I was texting her back, faking being a girlfriend. Oh my god, everything's life is so hard. Why are you So Scarlet is stalking a woman, again, online.
Are you the first man he stalked?
Ooh.
Diesel
Like
and I, yeah.
sexual awakening?
You and Diesel might be the first men he's ever stalked.
Yes. Here is evidence of Scarlet's feeder fetish.
No.
As if we needed more.
If we have to publish it, we will publish it heavily redacted. I don't really want to go into this because this person. So this kind of ties into the people that he met during the Blade and Soul days. Bruce Wayne, is it another drawing? Yup, the other account says. I knew it. Here's the feeder account. Ooh, she's cute. Yee. Again.
Yee.
I don't care if he has a feeder fetish. That is not my my prerogative. What I can say is It is just very funny. They would send. Okay, so I've seen the video. They would send like photos of food to one another. Very fascinating. Again, I don't want to harp on the lady too much, but this is hyper funny.
I'll thank her for coming out at least and handing over some of the stuff, but and respect her enough not to.
I will never make fun of her for it. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Nor will I show her face or anything. Yeah. So let's talk about. Ooh, Bossoms, thank you for the 2.
Thank you.
Time to eat this goof into another solar system.
Yes. Did I ever send you the DMs of what he was doing when he thought? Did I ever send you the DMs of him doing this with someone he thought was a minor? No. Can you? But here's the thing, though. Can you prove that he thought they were a minor? Like, is there definitive proof of his age, what time it was, as well as that person stating their age? Because if they don't do that, I can't, like, I'm not going to call that, like, pedophilia or anything. Multiple times he says she's not old enough. That's icky, but, like, I mean, you could send it. I'll review it real quick. She's not old enough can mean a bunch of different things. He could say that he doesn't date people at like 18. That's like, to me, that's not necessarily good enough, but I'll look it over real quick. What else? So the final thing that I kind of want to just show is Scarlet's full history with the Need for Speed community. They talk about Texas age of consent.
Oh boy.
That's
send it.
Lose.
Send it now.
Oh no! Down to Trauma Lake and take a sip from Kill Me Lake.
Don't know what you're saying, but we might get this doc to 69 pages.
69 pages. So let's talk about this a little bit. The following tweet links to a webpage discussing Scarlet's previous history with the modding community, where he exhibits similar traits, such as faking his death, pretending to be multiple accounts, discussing multiple lawsuits, and engaging in harassment.
It must be a date that ends in Y.
Yes. Added you on Discord so I can add you to the GC where it's all archived. Do you mind just, do you mind just sending me just the evidence of it? Because I can't just, like, scroll through that Discord right now, but thank you. So there's a reason why we redacted the URL. The URL in question does lead to Scarlet's information, and though they re-edited this document when it became relevant again last year to take out Brian's name and address and things like that. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to edit that. I'm gonna have to edit that. Oh no, it's fucking whatever.
You're doing so good.
I know. His name is.
Take out the feeders' names and anyway.
Scarlet's name and other things. I don't think that it's. It was. I know it was public. I know his name is public. I was trying to keep it out of the video. It's fine. I know his name is public. I know it's been public. That's not the point. It does lead to other doxable information that I don't feel comfortable publishing. So we're not doing that. To me, it just doesn't feel right. So traces of it remain. I don't want to deal with it and things like that. However, interestingly enough, like, you could see some of the fucking links. His imaginary girlfriend. Paul Walker cosplay. He would literally kill himself now. A copyright claiming already made videos. His obsession with online drama and how it ruined his relationships. Yes, I was talking about Brian Mullins. At one time, he entered a Discord, and they transified his picture, allegedly stalking people in the toilet. Or no, allegedly taking a shit without flushing in the toilet. Forgiveness and second chances. Screwing up everything. Planning to commit federal crimes, allegedly. His old Whooplash account. All of these things, the lockdown, the deletion, the dying again thing. But interestingly enough, where is it? These are some of our favorite moments when he's just like, he wants to assert dominance in the account and he literally can't do it and was claiming other people were harboring pedophiles. His words, not mine. This is another motion. This is another one where it's like, oh, there's drama in the community that only he is making. But now comes to the most interesting part. You see right here where it says worst Pokemon takes ever. Now remember, Need for Speed is how the fuck did he get banned from Need for Speed Reddit? Oh yeah, he did. So seeing here, remember that bad Pokemon takes email address? Now if you go to this link, this is worst Pokemon takes. Oh, for some reason the link didn't lead directly to what I wanted. Shoot. Give me a second. Give me a second, chat. I'll fix that real quick. Very easy for me to fix. That's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing. Oh, Oklahoma, where the... Here we go. Where does it say form? Oh yeah, here. Formerly known as bad TFP takes. Huh. Interesting. Wasn't bad Pokemon takes the name of the email that messaged Nani? Weird.
Yes.
Bad FP takes. I'll bold that for you. Wasn't that the email that reached out to Nani?
Interesting.
Interesting.
It all, and like I said, to bookend that, we will be releasing the folder where he was taken away and sent to a mental health ward. I put that in there. Chat. Do you guys understand who Scarlet Reaper is now, chat? Do I have to explain Scarlet Reaper for the 17th time?
I hope not.
Gee, Scarlet's my Reaper till I VR chat.
I fucking hate that.
Right, here are trauma dumping.
He's Scarlet, my Reaper, until I Lunarine my Vtuber. I do want to say though, like you could really use any username in this conversation. We're only using Scarlet Reaper because that's when we discovered him.
Call him whatever you want, really.
Whatever username he's going by.
She was 16. Sorry, my love.
I'm having flashbacks to Diesel screaming, "Let me in, let me speak."
That's right.
It's ringing in my head. Smiley face emoji.
I liked that part a lot in that stream because he started playing the Doom music.
This is an insane thing I'm gonna read right now. Cloudy, are you here? Cloudy, are you here?
She's always here.
Oh, this is also in the doc. Sometime in 2018, MD, which he was called Master Drifter, was reported to the police by the parents of the girl that visited his school, reportedly stalking and inappropriate behavior. This is how we found that information. However, it is known that he was banned from the internet for some time by the court, and then he was taken to a mental health hospital. Very interesting. Cloudy, can I source you real quick, sweetie? I need someone to read this with me.
Well, you have fucking 4 other people here.
You have 4 whole ass people.
Guess we're not good enough.
The girl in these DMs isn't actually a minor from what I've been told. It's when he got caught in another Discord and this girl and her friend got him. I will say I didn't believe she was a minor. What I will say, this is actually an insane post, and I do want to read that because this is this dude's pedo coded. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of vaguely remember this. Maybe I'm wrong.
We've never seen this before. This is first.
Don't worry, I can read it with you. Chat, this is my male voice. And this is my female voice. It's very different as you speak.
I do hear it.
I hear a
distinction.
definite, you know.
As
Thank you.
is tradition, Cloudy always reads it. Reads the male parts. It is tradition. Scarlet took his own life.
You're gonna make her do.
You're gonna
Scarlet's
make her do
part.
the man voice.
Okay.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
We established I'll do the female, Cloudy.
No.
Can you do a quick example
Cloudy,
of your male
Cloudy,
voice?
Cloudy. Are you ready to do Scarlet's voice?
Hold on, I got the stream playing. You guys are talking. There's too much yapping. And
Echo.
by the way, I have sex with Falgies. That's why I get to read this stuff.
Wow.
I heard what you guys said about not being good enough. It's not about that. It's not about you. It's about me.
So that's the
And
preliminary. That's all we need
yeah.
to do. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's not that hard.
That's the
Even you could just ask.
I know.
Him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You can't
it's
have
kinda
sex.
crazy.
Greg, if you have sex with me, it works
Falgi,
out.
A/S/shell, and you want to Dutch rudder each
Hello,
other.
hi chat. How's
don't-
everyone doing?
I
don't know what this
Dutch
is.
ruddering is. Okay.
I am the most employed out of everyone here, and so I get to catch up as stream happens the way you guys do.
So this.
So what is this?
So this is Scarlet being gay-opt. Now we don't have any messages sourcing the fact that this person ever claimed that they were a minor. I don't see that in the messages that iNut sent me. But this is pretty fucking weird. Yeah, I don't like. I could tell that this was gay-opping. I could tell. So you're Bruce Wayne. I'm Camila. Go
Wow,
on.
Falgi, taking my role away. I see.
Go on, Cloudy.
So where am I? Oh, sorry.
You're up here.
Sorry, I was reassuring Len. Okay, listen, chat. I'm not scolding you if you are or are not employed. I'm saying I don't want to be as employed as I am. I would like to have fun.
I will scold you for being unemployed, chat. That's a mean thing.
Yeah, that's what Cat. You can't mix us up, okay? You can't. I know both of our names start with C, but you can't mix us up like that. All right. So where am I at?
You are right here. Well, I made.
What the hell's that word? Okay. Well, I made a pink picana.
Picana.
What the Picana. Thank you. Picana. Thank you. Well, I made a picana last year, and it was pretty good. I know what you're trying to refer to, by the way. I don't know what this is. Is this cursed?
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. Then what are you referring to? Be honest with me.
Fine. Because I won't lie to you. I mean, I want to eat your dick.
Wait, like literally? Hold on.
Will we chat?
Read
Oh my
the
God.
next line.
Hold on. I have to
Read the next 3 lines.
Hold on. I have to get into character. Hold on. I'm a feeder. Hold on. I'm a feeder. Hold on. Hey, maybe someday when you're older.
Oh no! Clip it, chat. Scarlet's fucking pedo-coded.
This is not the Riz you think it is.
It's
This
not.
is
What
not
do
the
you think?
response.
Like, maybe babe girl when you're older. I'm like, dude,
I'm gonna
go to jail.
You know in Mass Effect when you have dialogue options, and you choose the wrong one. This is the wrong one.
She goes on to say, "That's too long, though."
Okay.
Absolutely haram.
Cloudy, read the next statement.
Where am I? That's still okay.
I
know, but your state will give me the death penalty. Is it Texas? Is this Texas?
Yes,
is
it
this
is.
Texas?
It is
Oh.
Texas.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? My home state don't got a lot of W's, but
What happens in your
I'm
home
just saying.
state? What happened in your home state, Cloudy?
nothing.
Cloudy, what happens in your home state to
government
pedophiles?
Government, I'm kidding. Government, I'm
What
kidding.
happens to
It's a joke.
pedophiles in the state?
Read on.
Will you even like me till then? Texas won't. They don't care.
See, I was right. Seeing as you're talking to me, I will. That's really sad.
The age of consent
This
there
whole
is
thing
like
is gross,
15.
What do you mean by that?
He's
I
like
don't-
23.
Well,
I
he's
don't know about that one,
22.
Chief.
I don't know how old these messages are, right? Let's say these messages are when he was 20. Let's say
Yeah, because it
Bruce-
just says
Bruce-
June 2nd,
Oh, no,
but it doesn't
because
say
wait,
year.
No, it has to be later because Scarlet Reaper is older. So he wasn't
would've been
Scarlet
from-
Reaper.
And it is the Bruce Wayne account.
It's the Bruce Wayne account. It's a different profile picture. July. This could be either July 2023, July 2024. I don't know how long he was on.
But he was still been what?
I mean, that one says
2021,
July
22?
2nd.
Oh, that's well. So this also
Yeah.
could not be taken from this day.
My
But
guess
this is 1
last
at 1
year.
a.m.
This is probably last year.
This could have been last
Yeah.
year.
Well, it says yesterday, so it's July 1st. Probably last year. July 2nd isn't a Tuesday every year.
But look at the time. It's
cannot-
1:05 a.m. So
Yes.
they're talking
on.
late in the morning.
I know. That's too much thinking and math. Okay, I'm sorry.
Here's what I will say.
Can someone look it up right now? When was
Yeah.
July 2nd?
There is
Was that
no
last year?
2024.
Bro.
2024.
Yeah.
So this is last year. He is talking to somebody who he believes to be a minor and says, "I'll wait until you're older."
I hate this.
And if she say
Insane.
he's a pedophile, I'll fucking say it. That is pedo coded. Until I see proof that this is a faked screenshot, this is fucking pedophile behavior. This is groomer behavior. He's a fucking Code Eugene, chat. Can I get a Code Eugene in the chat?
I hate that word. I hate that. I still hate that word.
Well, hate it some more. Chat,
I
listen.
do.
Spread it like wildfire.
Euthanize me.
Incredibly pedo
It
coded.
put me out of misery right now.
I can't believe. Yeah, this is nonsense. I cannot believe, because this is gonna go this is gonna go in there. I'll put this in the doc as Scarlet gets gay opt into thinking he's talking to a minor.
Okay, wait. So this isn't actually a minor. He just thinks it's a minor, and he was getting gay
Yes.
opt. Okay.
Yes.
It's
worse.
Yeah, it's still not good. Still not good, by the way, because he thinks it's a minor. That's
Yeah.
still bad. Okay. I'm glad no actual minor was
I'm glad no minor was
bothered.
hurt. I hate when people do this. Like, it is like my one big pet peeve because they'll use this as, well, they weren't really show the older screenshots. It gets worse. I have them. I think this is pretty good though. For me, this is pretty like, because that's like when you're older stuff. This is oh my god, he talks about the ERP rape to her
Yes,
as
he does.
well.
I'll be right back. I was in the middle of making my dinner. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm
in a
gonna
minute.
end stream soon because I'm starving.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll stay.
I am gonna post these in the public doc. I want to thank you very much for like sending these over. These are baller, by the way. This is insane.
Yeah, these are fucking crazy.
This is like, if you've ever wanted the pedo smoking gun, this is it. Which then proves once again. Let's actually, you know what? Let me see the ERP one real quick.
We gotta look. We gotta look. It's a little.
Of course, we gotta look.
I've been telling you this whole time. I want to hear what you'll do to me.
Okay. I'm still undecided on that, but I'm sure there's something you wish I could do to you. Something that's on your mind, or something that's in your mind. Sorry.
In your mind.
Oh, it is. I like it when boys take control. You know, put your hand around my neck kind of thing.
Oh,
So
boy.
I really want to hear what you have in mind.
Okay.
Oh, hee hee.
Oh no!
I want to hear it so bad.
Stop it! You stop that right now.
I'm just undecided overall. Hee hee.
Well, figure it out because my mind is going wild. Please, Red, just say it for me, amor. I really need to hear it right now because I'm becoming a water park.
Oh
no!
Stop.
Oh. Oof.
Hee hee. Well, I probably will give you a kiss, and I'm gonna start teasing you.
How so?
Play end.
This is wild.
End scene.
This is insane. He can
I don't
never
know. I
come
don't
back. Scarlet, if you come back, this will be reposted for the rest of your life, dog.
I'm so glad I ate before this stream.
Lucky you.
Lucky you. Chat, I am going to edit this, place these in the doc, and I will then publish the doc live for other streamers to react
once they're in
to.
there, yeah.
If you aren't convinced now that Lunarine isn't Scarlet Reaper, that Cameron's team was working with him,
yeah,
and this is all it is, and he's not a fucking pedophile or noncery, whatever the fuck you want to say, there you go. I'm done. I'm done being nice about it. This is pedophilic behavior. Beckett is going to have a banger of a Scarlet screen. I'll send it over to Beckett. I think that it's super this is hilarious. Everything will be made public. All that nonsense. Yada yada boo blah blah. We're going to make it done. Obviously, you can watch the things out of order because it is what it is. This is obviously another reverse predator. Unironically, like, this would be the reverse predator because they're pretending to be a minor. I want to thank everybody for being in the stream. Get your last tips in while I read some of the tips.
Subscribe.
So please subscribe if you haven't already.
We're gonna feed the dog.
Feed the dog one more time before the stream ends. I'll send you to somebody else. Who's today gonna be Leia's favorite chatter? It's up to you. Slug for 2, Falgy, you kiss med. Zaint T, boing. Shelly May, Day Not Like Us. Slug, best idea, debate boxing with former doxer. Oh, debate doxing with former doxer. No, I do not. Disavow. Hazaki Kentai with a $4.99. Hey, Falgay, happy Pride Month. Let's feed that dog, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yen, the only law Falgy breaks is not wearing a shirt in a no shirt, no establishment service. Yep, thank you. Mama Akko with the 5. We do not accept this VTuber. As the VTuber drama reporter, I'll be watching. Thank you, Mama Akko. Quantum, feed that dog. Mama Akko, I call cap. I'm drama slop, but I wasn't blocked. Slug, as a black man, he abhors VTubers. Okay, Slug. Small correction. We did read this one. Thank you, Mama Akko. Patu, I think it's time to feed that dog. Indeedy. Yen, can we have a moment of silence to pay our respects? Rena, rest in peace, Gert. Ragemonger 07. Patu again. Wow, North went to speech therapy. Car, sorry I'm late, just came into Hole Explorer. Rex Heirloom, lots of deep, dark holes to explore. Rena, I'm Leia's favorite. Mama Akko, no sir, this isn't Gus Feringe. This is Nacho. Rex, you took 20 years off my lifespan. Thanks a lot, you're welcome. November Ranger, where are the necks and why are we romancing them? That's a great question. Joville, thank you for resubscribing. Kick in. Are we still adult minors or are we 1807? Are we human or are we dancers? Bossums, time to eat this goof into another solar system. Kick in the suite. I'm having flashbacks to Diesel screaming, let me in, let me speak. Ringing in my head. And again, Bossums. I want to thank every person for being super cool. Did you play the Bill Jensen bit? Yes, I did. Pinker Nova.
Are we going
Never
by...
read like that again.
Yes, I know.
Are we going by how many?
I cannot make any promises.
Or money number?
What?
Are we going by how many super chats or how much in total?
No. If we reach the goal by me figuring out if there's anyone to redirect to.
I was wondering who the favorite was.
I guess it's no one.
I'm gonna. Oh my God! I nut with the 1,000 yen.
Thank you.
W Scarlet coverage. Thank you for the entertainment. Need you to voice ERP more.
If you find the weird Lolcow, I'll do it. I don't mind.
Anytime there's a horrible thing to read
Yes.
out, just hit us up. I will do it gladly.
I do voice acting, and by voice acting I mean just reading the shit I see on screen.
I'm about to say I'll never claim voice acting. I just like sounding silly.
It's super. Yes, chat 5 more, and you get a dog fed. Hmm? It's super. Like this was a super fun stream. Like let's be real. Scarlet's gonna come back. I doubt that Scarlet will be gone forever. And I hope Scarlet isn't gone forever. Like,
he can't help
truthfully
himself.
speaking, I never wanted. I don't think Scarlet offing himself is fun.
Thank you.
Rex Hellroom became a member.
Thank you, Rex, for becoming a member again. Thank you.
Well, we got gifties.
Here we got gifts.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Sarah, thank you so
Welcome
much.
in.
Sorry,
We know who the favorite is.
Welcome in.
That's the favorite.
World's worst Gundam pilot. Welcome in.
Thank you.
Mediocre Skulldug. Welcome in.
Yeah, why is it not reading the people?
Laylia Knight became a member.
Thank you.
Rex Hellroom. Welcome in.
This is all. Thank you so much for the gifted. You guys don't have to do that.
Thank you.
Like, listen. This is fun to do. As a channel, this is kind of like the research
World's
we
worst
do.
Gundam pilot became a
I
member.
like making a show of it because I don't want to be like reading a screen and not doing anything with it. It's weird to me to
Mediocre
just read
Skullduggery
something
became a member.
and not really like dive into it. The whole Explorer mention is funny because that's like Birdman's VRC name where he trolls on there. That's funny. I think that was a very based stream. Thank you so much, Sarah, for all the gifted subs. Chat, there's no way. There's literally no
What's up?
way that like this wasn't Scarlet. If someone wants to challenge me on it, well, Scarlet's the only one who could do it, and he's gone. So
Now there's a cancer gone.
He's dead. Yeah.
he's dead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm
died
gonna
twice.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace again, Scarlet. We'll see you next year.
Yep.
Sometime next year.
I will
Yeah, sometime
add
next year.
I will add the stuff that iNut sent us into the doc, and I'm gonna launch it into the stratosphere. Chat, the only thing I ask you to do, it's the one thing, fucking retweet it. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter at the Opblock. THEOPPE.
Why don't you link it?
Fuck me. Here you go. Profile. How do I share my own profile? Oh, this? Is this how I
Give
do
me
it?
a minute. Give me a second.
Here you guys go. Follow me on Twitter.
Yes, and thank you again to Leia's favorite, Sarah Coughlin, and
Yes.
all the other donos. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you,
much.
you.
Thank you guys for spending your night with us. This was so fun.
It's fun.
And thank you, Falji, and the team for putting this together. This was very well done. I've just been busy today.
I love doing. This was a show doc. This wasn't even like a real doc. So like, it is what it is. But hopefully, it provides like a good narrow like thing. I'm gonna send you guys over to Sly. Say hello to Sly for us. He's doing his Sunday service. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching the Op Block. Thank you all of my friends for being here. We're your team. That's the Op Block. Thank you guys so much. You're all beautiful, lovely, beautiful people. Each and every one of you
Rex
are
Hellroom
lovely
became a member.
and good. Oh, Chris! Chris, are you
Hey,
drunk
Chris.
right now?
Must be
Chris.
Sunday.
Are you drunk? Are you
Chris.
drunk, Chris?
At the very
Are
last
you still
minute,
drunk, Chris?
Happy early birthday, Chris.
Happier. Wait, it's Chris's early birthday.
No, it's time to hang up. It's time to go.
Chris.
Bye.
Chris,
Bye,
do you
chat.
want us to sing you a birthday song, Chris? Is that what
No.
you want?
Us.
Bye,
I know us.
chat. Bye,
Sing it
Chris.
to him
Bye.
in his
Bye.
DMs.
Bye,
I
bye,
am
bye,
not
bye,
singing
Yeah, send him a
Chris's
voice
DMs.
note.
Sing
Send
to,
him a
I
voice
am not
note. Do
singing
it live.
Chris's DMs.
sing to Chris
That's
right now.
creepy.
Thank you for stopping by, chat.
Chris,
Bye.
Chris, do you want a sing song for you? I need to see if he wants a sing song.
Nobody. Tell me anything about Chris that says he would want that.
I've sang happy birthday.
I think
on stream
he's already left. I think he already
He
left.
already left. Oh, good night, everybody. It's so nice having you. Remember, be very nice to my friend Sly, and goodbye.